wildfires. Can't make it to the stores? Discounts are also available by reaching out to their customer service team. Stay updated on Travis Matthews' donation and volunteer efforts by following @TravisMatthew on social media.
Transitioning out of the military, it's difficult. Just about everything around you changes. I would get phone calls that brothers were dying, some of them to suicide. And I'd found myself in another cold cemetery. And I started to wonder if I was next. It's a struggle to know that you're facing challenges, but not be ready to face them. Sleep doesn't come easy, and when it comes, it doesn't last long. You're tired all the time. I didn't reach out for that help, but thank God my wife did. She got me registered for Wounded Warrior Project. Talking to somebody that would listen to me and understood my story helped me realize that it was time to change. There's a new fight, there's a new mission, and that's something I'm eternally grateful for.
See how we help warriors combat stigma at woundedwarriorproject.org/combat stigma.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go. Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah! I didn't know that.
That is true. We're not starting with that. That's too much of a counter. Hey,
Hey, what's happening?
25th anniversary today.
Big time.
How about
yes,
that?
Sir. I had no idea.
25th anniversary of your Super Bowl champion St. Louis Rams.
Stoked. Yeah, man. 30th. I remember Frank Crash Gans would put that on the board every single day. January 30, 2000, Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
This is coming off the 98 season. This is before anybody knew anything about the greatest show on turf.
Sure.
We were an afterthought in the National Football League, a footnote.
Yeah, kind of.
We were the Washington Generals to the 49ers. Right.
Niners pretty good.
But he would put that on the board every single day, starting from 98, moving into 99, and then it came true. And here we are,
and
25 years later.
Today is the day, so we'll reminisce a little bit. You got some of your old teammates that are coming through?
I do. I got some of the fun guys. So I think you know the Kurt Warner story, right?
Well, I know like the story
Warner
that they made the movie out of.
But he's got a movie. Vermeil's got two guys. He's got Greg Kinnear, who played him in the Kurt Warner movie.
Mark Wahlberg had a movie, and Greg Kinnear had a movie.
Greg Kinnear played him, and I think it was one of the whatever. He's got two actors that played him, so we know Vermeil. We're going to have Jeff Zgonina on.
Okay.
This guy's funny. Now, he is my backup, or was my backup. But if I call him my backup, he will snap.
You're going to have to do it, because I'm not going to do it, even if he's on the phone.
He will go bonkers. He thinks we actually split the job.
Oh, he does.
Right. But
when the game started, who was on the field first?
Me.
Okay, then
and
he's the backup.
You only came on when I came off.
Yeah.
So.
I'm with you on this one.
But he's a great dude, and it's so funny. We used to compete, but whenever you see the play, the tackle, Mike Jones, we talked to him.
Yeah.
This is the guy, number 90, that comes sliding in there afterwards.
Okay.
So my biggest competitor, wouldn't say I hated him, didn't say I love him. But when it mattered most, we were out there on the field at the same time to stop the Titans. So he's going to come on too. Yeah.
That's terrific.
Can't wait to talk to him.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
How often do you talk to these guys? I know that this year, because it's the 25th anniversary, you guys had some events and whatnot. And I don't want to put you on this, but it feels to me like you're kind of the ringleader of a lot of this.
No. I mean, sorta, yeah. Sorta, but not the ringleader.
No,
the real ringleader, I'm trying to track down.
Who is?
He's our long snapper. He's unheralded. He's the guy.
He's the guy that if he said, hey, guys, we're going to go do XYZ, everyone's going.
Did you guys do kangaroo courts?
Yeah.
Baseball? Okay,
yeah.
He was the judge.
Oh, okay.
Jeff was the guy, the guy. So
how did the long snapper get that kind of swing in your locker room?
Well, you got to go shot for shot.
Literally?
You got to take the throne from him.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Yeah, many have blacked out trying
so you ascend to the monarchy through shots.
Last man standing.
Okay.
Yeah. We've shut down Morton's before. We've shut down bars before, people going after, like, I want a shot at the crown.
Are you at least on the panel at least?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're in the group. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the jury don't change. It's just the judge. He's the judge.
If he's the guy that says, like now, 25 years after,
yeah,
hey, we're going to all get together in, I don't know, pick a place. We're all going to meet in L.A. on this weekend. People are coming in.
Yes. He's the guy. He starts the text chain. He's the guy that lands first. He starts making phone calls if you don't show up. If you tell him you're not coming, just send your money. If he doesn't get your money,
you got to pay if you don't show up.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to pay for somebody. You got to pay for your round. So just send your money to Jeff. If you don't send your money, then he starts releasing stories. Oh. He's that guy. Yeah, he's that guy. Where I'm trying to track him down. He's got more stories than anybody about that football team.
AWOL?
Yeah, every now and then he just drops off the grid.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a CrossFit trainer up in Seattle.
Oh, so he's one of those guys.
He's super athletic, but he's a searcher. So he's a good dude. And he was our long snapper. Part-time defensive end, part-time tight end. Fun dude.
What's a searcher?
He's always searching.
For?
Whatever.
Okay.
The search for Spock. Meaning, everything.
Okay.
Ayahuasca, him.
He's in.
Sound bath, him.
Okay. Oh.
Being in the dark for a month,
so he's
him.
So him and Aaron would get along.
Sorta.
Okay.
Yeah, sorta.
Yeah,
but in that
I don't know if you
sort
can
of way.
have two of those guys together.
Nah,
right?
I would love to see it.
They're one man wolf packs.
I would love to see it. But yeah, I'm trying to track him down. And
that's great.
Keith Lyle, if you love Isaac Bruce, if you're an LA Rams fan from way back, before the team left and then when they came back, if you love Isaac, everything, all the praise. First of all, if you're an LA Rams fan, I don't have to tell you who Keith Lyle is. But for most people, if you love what Isaac Bruce is about, you're going to love Keith Lyle. Keith Lyle was our safety. Greatest center field safety I ever saw. Should have been in the Pro Bowl at least a dozen times. We just weren't good enough.
Yeah.
One of those.
That's a drag, man.
It is.
That's a real drag because that's not an uncommon story.
No, never took a bad angle.
Where you get a guy that's just terrific at what he does.
Yeah.
He's just stuck on a bad team.
We're just bad. I had 11.5 sacks, and I think I was second or third in sacks for D-line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keith, same thing. I think he had 9 picks. We didn't get sniffs.
Picks.
We just weren't any good.
That's
our record was like
crazy.
4-12. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's coming on. He's the guy that comes in at the end that knocks the ball away.
It's so
on the
funny.
tackle.
Like you talk about how you guys weren't very good. The Niners obviously were cranked up like they were.
Well, let me say, we didn't have a good record.
Yeah.
We were good. We just were a few players away.
Okay, you didn't have a good record.
Yeah.
If you're more comfortable with that, we'll go with that. That's fine. You didn't have a good record.
Yeah.
And then you won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's usually, a little bit of a climb towards it, and then you get it. It's very rare where you just kind of, we're just in here, and then bam, it happens.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's so funny. You get some of those teams, 96, 97, 98, they get lost to NFL history. Nobody ever talks about it, but I'm not kidding. We were really good. We just missed a few players. Once we plugged those holes with Marshall at tailback, because we had a big hole at tailback.
Yeah.
Lawrence Phillips was our tailback.
Remember
that saga?
That didn't work out.
It was a disaster. So,
Dude, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Disaster doesn't even begin to cover what that was.
Not just him. When he wasn't there, the guys we had starting for him.
Yeah.
Like they were guys off the street, basically. They were teammates. But once we plugged those holes, those positions with good players, we shot straight to the moon.
Yeah.
Once we got our quarterback position solidified, we were ready.
I don't mean to put... If Trent Green doesn't get hurt, do you guys still do what you did?
Okay, see, I went through this with George. I thought this was a well-known fact. Had Trent Green never gotten hurt, that offense would have been better. We might not have lost a game. Trent was on fire that preseason.
Yeah.
That offense was built for him. What you saw with Kurt Warner the year we won the Super Bowl 25 years ago today was half the playbook. Kurt was still learning that. Trent knew it.
Yeah.
It was designed for him.
So no doubt in your mind that you
no
guys...
doubt at all.
Yeah.
I think before he got hurt, before Rodney Harrison went rogue in a preseason game and blew out Trent's knee, I think Trent was 35 of 37, and those two were dropped. It was ridiculous. Yeah, Trent was getting ready to take off.
I can hear what people are listening to their car, watching on YouTube or whatever. I know what they're thinking, and I want to cut it off at the pass. Who cares about the preseason at this point was very different than
what
you...
real.
Yeah, I was just going to say, guys, if you don't know what the preseason was at that point, it's not what you see now.
Yes.
It is not... The starters played, and they played a decent amount. Like it used to be, you'd play a series or two in game one, you'd play a half in game two, you'd play three quarters in game three, and then the fourth one was kind of a whatever.
Yeah, you're out.
But they were real football. Maybe not like schemed like a real football game, but they were hitting and playing. Yeah,
we were going. It was free football. Yeah, it was real free football, and we were on the same stuff you saw, same guys. Isaac, Torrey, Marshall, everything with a trigger man that knew the offense from day one.
If that
Crazy,
is
right?
one of those perfect sliding door moments, right?
Yeah.
Where just the universe intervenes, player, in this case, Trent Green, out, injury, player that none of us, other than you guys who were his teammates, had ever heard. I've told you the story before. I remember hearing that Green got hurt and that Kurt Warner was going to play quarterback. And I'm like, the running back from Seattle is a quarterback now? Because there was another Kurt Warner in the league. I'm like, that they're that desperate that the running back is
and by the way, NFL Network I think did a whole feature on that Kurt Warner in like the whole Kurt Warner thing.
Yeah, he was really good. He was a good player, and so obviously you get it squared away at that point. But like you just said at the beginning, Kurt Warner, the quarterback, becomes a story that isn't just a sports story. It's a life story.
Yeah.
It's about never giving up and never always chasing your dream and never losing faith and all of these things. And he became the thing that everybody, hey, you could be the next Kurt Warner. And then Trent Green, with all due respect, is like just a guy that you kind of forget about. And I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. It's just he went to Kansas City, plays on TV. He's like was a good player, but never won a Super Bowl. Was never a part of that. Just what an unbelievable turn of events.
Big time. If it wasn't for the bagging groceries at Hy-Vee, that's what really sets that story off, right?
Well, yes, and
the name of the store and you're bagging groceries.
The bag of the
you can actually see it.
Grocery bagger is a pretty good. Wait, what? Like that he's doing, huh? Right?
At the Hy-Vee.
And Hy-Vee is if you're not from that part of the world, sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. Where is that?
The other part is though Arena League, because the Arena League is goofy. I know that there are some good players in there. But the Arena, it's played in basketball stadiums.
It's an odd league. It had a shot for a minute.
Don't get me wrong. I
liked
watching it, but it was like played in a hallway. There's hockey nets around.
Kinda like
it's
your
like just
TGL.
bizarre.
See, it's weird, but I kind of like it. Yeah.
That's a perfect comparison. Weird. It's like, this isn't golf, but I'm kind of into this.
I'm into it, But if you think the Kurt story is fascinating and interesting, if they had a Trent Green story for what happened to him and then how he got the second life in Kansas City with Vermeil.
Yeah.
Amazing. But I mean, there's some parts, and I don't think they made the movie. I'm not sure if they did. But we would come back. This was in Carolina. We had just became division champs. So we got the hats on. We're flying back from Carolina. We are now champions. And I can remember going into the facility and hearing somebody screaming. Like yelling.
Like excited.
Like screaming. Coming from the training room. It's Trent going through rehab. So here we are with Kurt. Right.
That's heartbreaking.
The entire year. I mean, but it just kind of refocuses you. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's heartbreaking,
it's
DeMarco.
Really crazy.
That literally, that is
also
heavy.
A part of the season that no one talks about.
What you guys do, and by you guys, football players, that you have to be able to compartmentalize this stuff. That somebody that you care deeply about, it's a great place. Okay, dude, bye. Who's up? Like it's that whole move the drill up 5 yards. It's so real, it's brutal. But there's no other way to do it. Because if you sat there and like, oh, Trent, it's like you're not going anywhere. It's like we got to get the next guy. Let's keep moving.
That part is I wish I should get Trent on. No one knows it. I thought everybody knew that. I really did.
I
that
would go as
far
as to say, DeMarco, that almost nobody knows that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me say it again.
Yeah.
Had Trent Green not gotten hurt, this whole story is different. Trent Green is your MVP.
Does Kurt Warner
maybe many times over?
That's crazy. Does Kurt Warner become Kurt Warner somewhere else? Like, let's say Trent doesn't get hurt, right? And you go and you win the Super Bowl.
Trent never gets hurt.
Does his talent find a way regardless?
In
maybe it's not in St. Louis.
Kurt Warner is going back to the grocery store. In the multiverse, where Trent Green, where Rodney Harrison, and I love Rodney. I have forgiven Rodney. They had to take Rodney Harrison out of the stadium under police escort.
Yeah.
People were going bonkers. Like, why would you do that? You hit him in the knee.
Yeah.
And guess who missed the block? Marshall.
Oh.
Right. I'm like, why? But why would you do that in the preseason game? Yeah. Anyway, so if Trent Green doesn't get hurt, Trent mows down everyone, or we mow down everyone with Trent Green. He's probably MVP. If he doesn't get hurt, he comes back and he does it again. Same run, same everything with that guy at quarterback. Yeah, it's a whole different story.
Kurt Warner
if he
doesn't
never gets
go
hurt.
like one of your assistant coaches gets another job and says, we had that backup quarter. I want to bring him with me and give him a shot.
I'm not going to doubt Trent. I'm not going to doubt Kurt's talent, but right.
That is one of my favorite sports topics. Is it literally as random as he needed the shot here, or it never happens, or listen, he clearly was a wildly talented player. He would have found a way.
Oh, he stepped in.
And there's no way to answer it.
He stepped into a wonderful situation. Kurt did. And it was great. He was perfect for the offense. The guy that the Arizona Cardinals had later in the career that took them to a Super Bowl was a much better quarterback than the one that won this game.
Just more experienced.
He could see everything.
Yeah.
And he'd been through everything.
Yeah, it's like Neo in the Matrix, right? It's like, no.
Right.
There it is. Yeah, as opposed to it's going 100 miles an hour. Even at 100 miles an hour, he's pretty good.
No doubt.
He's pretty good. All right, speaking of Rams quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford says, I want to keep playing.
Good.
All right, what's step 2? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco. Congrats, 25 years, Super Bowl champion over there. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
This is attorney Joseph S. Normand. I'm deeply saddened by the devastation caused by the fires in our community. If you suffer losses due to the Eaton wildfire, you may be entitled to file a compensation claim. These are complex claims. It's crucial to have an experienced legal team on your side. Please don't hesitate to call me anytime at 213-747-2000, 213-747-2000, or normandlegal.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Valentine's Day is not the time to wing it, okay? You need a solid game plan. Send foolproof flowers from the Bouqs Company. That's Bouqs, short for bouquets. Go to their website, BOUQS.com, and wow your Valentine. And you get 25% off your entire purchase. Bouqs makes it simple. Choose the Quickie Bouq. With the click of a button, get their best-selling bouquet right on time for Valentine's Day. It's the quickie she'll brag about for weeks, yeah. Or pick from their collection of unique modern designs, or go for their flowers subscription and be the hero every month with the subscription. Bouqs just aren't any flowers either. The flowers are cut fresh from where they grow the best, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last longer. Valentine's Day is February 14th, right after the big game, so don't fumble the flowers, man. Get your order in now. Go to Bouqs.com. That's BOUQS. Use the promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Bouqs. Promo code ESPN.
Difference for me. I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real? Oh yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean. And it's made a difference for you? Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom. Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves? Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
And it is blocked. Todd Light blocked it. DeMarco Farr recovers it.
You're dang right, baby. Get on it. Where's Maurice Jones-Drew? See?
There you go.
Elbows in front of the low ball. Yeah. Scoop, fall, knees to chest.
Yeah.
That is how you recover a fumble or a loose ball, young kids.
And it's also how you don't get it in the house, DeMarco.
Bro, I got blown up by everybody. Hey, that hurt. Yeah, man.
It would have only been 2 points anyway.
No, it would have been 7.
If you were a block field goal, not an extra point.
He blocked Al Del Greco, who is one hell of a golfer.
I know. He wins that Tahoe thing.
Every year.
Yeah, he's in the mix.
We blocked him. That was fun.
You remember what quarter that was and what was the score?
I do not. It was early.
Third quarter. 9-0.
It was the third quarter?
9-0.
Okay.
You guys are up. Yeah.
Really? We should have blown them out.
Well,
we should have blown them out.
You guys had a weird deal where you guys scored 1 million points that season.
Yeah.
And watching those Rams teams was always super fun because you knew there was going to be a ton of points. You got
in a
Isaac,
variety of
you
ways.
got Torrey, you got Marshall. Like you guys are going to light it up.
Yeah.
And then the NFC Championship game, you didn't light it up.
No. Well, we bumped into Tampa.
Yeah. Well, it turns out to have a legendarily good defense.
A Hall of Fame, a championship-level defense.
And then in the Super Bowl, you didn't light it up.
Okay, we got – see, the offense. We were in the red zone. We just kept kicking field goals. We should have been up 21 points. What did we do? We started playing Jeff Fisher ball.
He was on the other side.
With Jeff Fisher. That's what I'm saying. We were playing his style.
His essence permeated the building.
Right. We was there. Now we got to contend with Eddie George and all these dudes for forever, and it just almost killed us.
I didn't know you recovered a fumble in that or a block kick in that game.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was it was funny. That was decoy game for me.
What do you
mean? The way they ran their offense. So I wasn't going to make a ton of plays versus the run.
Yeah.
I was just going to force it back to London Fletcher.
Oh, okay.
So every time you see Fletch make the play, it was me cutting it off.
Yeah.
So that was going to be my job. So that was the only moment in the game where they called my name.
You're the assist that led to the assist.
Yeah. The only way I'm making my bones against them is pass rushing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's where I'll
pass rushing Steve McNair doesn't sound like a ton of fun.
That's number one. McNair's back there. Well, guess who's blocking me? Bruce Matthews.
Oh, well, he did go to the Hall of Fame and play 40 years and never miss a game.
So I get doubled over here away from Bruce Matthews, or I get singled up by Bruce Matthews.
Yeah.
So beat the Hall of Famer or beat the double.
You know what, Bruce Matthews?
What?
Arcadia Apache.
Is he really? Mm-hmm. What's in the water?
Just saying.
Like, he played 18 years?
Something like that. The Matthews clan played forever.
His brother played 19 years as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Clay Matthews just retired.
I know.
They all look
Tough
the
dudes.
same. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Tough
wow.
dudes.
I didn't know that was Arcadia. Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Him and Mike Lansford. The barefoot kicker.
No way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was only one. There's not that many men I'm afraid of on this planet, like really intimidated by.
I know
He's one of them.
I know. I think he might have checked out, but I know another guy you've told me you're like, no, I'm not messing with that guy.
Who?
Larry Allen.
Oh, I'll back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he said this is my car.
Yeah,
okay.
you know, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, bro.
The registration's in the glove box. Here are the keys, Mr. Allen.
Yeah, it just looked like a Marvel villain. Yeah,
I think you told me this, that he ripped the strings out of your shoulder pads.
See, I did tell you that. Okay.
But DeMarco,
you ever put on laces?
Of course,
okay,
of course.
Yeah, just ridiculous. You never touch this part of your shoulder pads. They're always tied. It's just laces.
And the lace that ties them it's a thicker lace. It's not like a piece of dental floss.
Not like your shoes.
No.
Yeah, he ripped the laces right off. Like he grabbed the jersey. He was holding me. And just pulled back, and everything my shoulder pads came loose.
That's terrific.
Like, geez, like what do I do?
Quit and go to CPA school.
Stay away from them.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm out of here.
Wow.
I don't need to mess with these guys. All right, Matthew Stafford says, or at least is being reported, that he wants to play. Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network said, quote, "My understanding is that Matthew Stafford does in fact plan to play next season." He said that on The Insiders, that, quote, "This is essentially what he communicated to the Rams. He wanted to take some time off and basically told them, I feel good. I don't see why I wouldn't play." You and I were just looking at McAfee's show. He had Les Snead on a couple of minutes ago. So this is not just the top priority for the Rams. I think this is one of the more interesting stories going into the offseason because a good team with a very good quarterback, and there's at least the idea that maybe they're not going to be able to come together.
This is awesome. You're going into an offseason, and you got Les Snead on McAfee talking about keeping Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
Who had that on the bingo card?
Right.
Yeah, I guess this was supposed to be a rebuilding year.
Well, okay, you tell me, because I want to back up a little bit. So you win the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 56. Okay, you got to run it back again. You just won the Super Bowl.
You got smashed the next year.
You have a bad year for a variety of injuries. The whole thing just went to
it happens. 5-11, right? Yeah.
So I think going into that next season, for me,
there was some uncertainty.
Maybe not even that. I think it was more of a, hey, we're probably not going to be very good.
Okay.
And let's just see what it is.
Start off slow.
And just kind of go. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're kind of in it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're very much in it. You go to the playoffs. And so this season that we just concluded, you come in saying, hey, let's see what happens again. And it ends. While disappointing, it ends by any measure. It's a successful season. You went to the second round of the playoffs. You had a chance to win that game. You got star player Jared Verse. You seem to have a quarterback that's still operating at a high level. So you kind of have to run it back again.
Yeah, you do. And it's just weird to see him on there talking about bringing Matthew Stafford back. I guess we were talking about all year. I said it was the Alamo. Right?
Yeah, you've said it a bunch of times.
But I guess this is revisionist history, like Tarantino's history.
Okay.
They actually won at the Alamo.
Yeah.
He won at the Alamo. Matthew Stafford defended the Alamo and actually gave you hope and inspired you. Let's see this again. I thought the way he played all year, even behind a patchwork at best O-line.
For the first half of the season, for sure.
A lot. There was a lot going on in front of him. Yeah. And I thought that he kept his turnovers low. Sacks were down. He
didn't get hit a ton.
There was a stretch towards the end where he had to protect himself by moving.
Yep.
I think he's got a lot left in the tank.
Looked like it.
And I'm glad Jordan Rodriguez came on yesterday. She was the first one, like I said, that asked him, do you want to keep playing? He looked at her square in the eye and said, yes.
Yeah.
Like, negotiations started right then. So
why not?
Good.
Right? Why not? Because he's still...
Paycheck. That's why not.
He's going to make quarterback money, good quarterback money.
Yeah.
He's on a good team. He's got a head coach that's one of the best in the business.
Yeah.
And you have an opportunity. Look, the Rams are not going to be Super Bowl favorites next year, but they're in the mix. And that's really the best I think that you can ask for most teams. Very rarely you're going to be like Kansas City where it's Super Bowl or bust. Am I in the mix? And the answer is yes with the Rams. And I think for me, why I'm optimistic about this, it's in both parties' best interest to figure this out together.
Depending on paycheck and what numbers we're talking about. So we're at a restaurant. We both had steak and lobster, a bottle of wine. This is a big bill.
Okay.
So I'm going to tip you big because I like the service. Everything was fantastic. But I'm going to count and make sure I give you exactly what I want to give you. I'm not going to overtip you.
Yeah.
Because you are 36, 37. I got to be smart for the future.
Okay.
So both sides have to be smart.
That's what I agree.
Now, towards the end to Matthew Stafford's career, and a lot of guys go through this. I'm not saying he's the only one, but I've done a lot. I've done a lot for you, and this might be my last deal. So I want to make sure I cash out.
Okay.
So I might be overvaluing myself just a little bit.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I understand the impulse, but I also think that when what you ask for and what you in the back of your brain, you know what it is. I think you can get there because when you look around, where is a better spot for him? I don't know if there is one. Now,
I don't know what's going to happen. You know, the league is crazy.
Stuff happens.
And crazy things happen.
I hear you.
I don't know.
Stuff does happen. But as you look at it right now, it's not like there's a glaring hole on Team X that is a quarterback away. And if you just dropped a player like Matthew Stafford in it, like, hey, that doesn't exist.
But just remember how he got here.
Yeah.
A chance meeting in Cabo.
I totally understand. I'm not saying it's a deadlock cinch, but what I'm saying is the Rams aren't going to find a better quarterback than him for next season. He's not going to find a better team for him than next season, probably. And I can't pay you 115% of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But we can get to 90, and that's still really, really good. That's an opportunity for you to put a whole bunch of more money in your bank and go. It's a win for everybody.
Bro, I'm with you. But are you willing to take less? Are you willing to pay more? And what's the percentage? What are we talking about here? And can we get this worked out in the next 2 weeks?
Okay, let's use round numbers. Okay, I'm not saying that this is separate from any cap stuff and let's say the going rate for somebody of his ability.
Well, that's before you start the going rate. They haven't paid Purdy yet.
Yeah.
You have to wait and see what the market is.
I hear you. And I know that there are variables here, but for the sake of this, that let's say the rate after Purdy or whatever it is $50 million a year for a very good NFL quarterback.
God.
Okay?
Wow.
Right.
$50 million bucks.
And the Rams have him under contract for next year for, I believe it's like 25. So there's a huge gap there. Okay, there's a huge gap. What if you find a way to get it done somewhere in the mid to high 40s or the mid 40s?
Oh, now you're talking to Matthew. Are you going to be able? Would you take that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like I can't get all the way there, but I can get this is as close as I can get, and then the ball's in his court. Because if it's if Purdy gets 52 or whatever the number is, then I need 57. Then the decision gets a little easier at that point.
But that's up to the player, the individual, the representation. So the team's responsibility right now is don't lowball him.
Right.
Matthew's responsibility is don't price yourself out.
Right.
And you've got to meet somewhere in the middle. And the only thing that we don't know is what's the market going to be? Because do you really want to be paid less than Brock Purdy?
I get that. And that is not an irrational impulse. I understand. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
And if you do, like if you want to be paid as much as Brock Purdy and we're willing to do that, okay. But if I do pay you this money,
he's gone.
We're going to lose this guy, and that guy.
Yeah.
Can you work with that?
Yeah.
Yes or no at
Yeah.
36, 37 years
Right.
old?
Then
That's
it's up
where
to him.
you are. Right.
Then it's up to him.
To both of them. But
Yeah.
I think they both want the same thing. It's just one of those
Look,
things.
easy for me to say is not my money. Bring him back. Give him what he wants. Give him what he wants.
I'm
Bring
in the
him back.
pay him category.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody with that sort of whip in my life. And that sounds like hyperbole, but I'm not kidding you. I've seen all of them. Every single one of them. I've never seen a guy with that sort of a whip.
I'm going to make it as simple as I possibly can. With him, you got a chance.
Yeah.
I don't know how to make it any. If he's on your team and you at least have a good team,
imagine
you can't take a bad team.
And I love this dude, but just imagine for a second. I love him. I love his family. I love his story. Really, I do. I love Kyron Williams. I love everything about him. But imagine if Matthew Stafford had a home run hitter behind him.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
And again, I think Williams is
Right.
an interesting one. It's like if he just snap your fingers, he's on another team tomorrow. You have a chance? Absolutely.
Yes.
Matthew Stafford, snap your fingers. He's on another team tomorrow. You have a chance?
You're winning.
No, not really. You
Wait,
know,
if
the
Matt-
Rams.
Oh,
Like
the
if
Rams.
he left.
Oh, depending
Like,
on who
not,
you give
not
me.
really.
Depending on who you give me.
Yeah, but if you fill him in with what is likely to be filled in
Now
with.
wait, no, just the other side. I know we're up against it, but if you go cheaper at quarterback and you load up, say, on an already loaded defense, I'm fine with that too.
I'd like to have a quarterback. Thank you very much. The list of teams that win
Just
with
saying.
bad to mediocre quarterbacks
Just
is
saying.
pretty darn small. I may have to reevaluate the Chiefs because I read something that compared them to the Dodgers, and I can't root against that. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. As LA deals with tragedy, our friend Jacob Imrani has a special message for you.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Imrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Hey guys, it's Mina Kimes, host of the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny, here to tell you about a live podcast taping I am doing in Los Angeles Monday, February 3rd right before the Super Bowl. I am joined by Greg Rosenthal, Jordan Rodriguez, Chris Ryan, Andy Greenwald, and the Rams' own Kobe Turner. 100% of your ticket proceeds go to wildfire relief here in Los Angeles. Check it out, minapodlive.com.
New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Should have got this person's name yesterday because I think I might have a quarterback solution if in fact the Matthew Stafford thing doesn't work out.
What?
I was on my walk yesterday, and towards the end of my walk, I walk by this park where there's always something going on. There's a Little League practice, soccer practice, flag football, basketball. There's always stuff going on. And there was a flag football practice yesterday, and it was girls' flag football. And these girls looked like they were somewhere between 10 and 12.
Okay.
You know, young girls, but not like super young girls.
Yeah.
They were having practice, and so when I walk by the field, I'm walking by this field for maybe 3 or 4 minutes so I can kind of watch as they're playing. And they line up to run a play, and they snap the ball to a girl, who laterals it to this second girl. She looked like Josh Allen. She drops back and throws an absolute rope at one of these other, and forgive me for using the vernacular, but she didn't throw like a girl. She threw like a quarterback.
Yeah.
She drops back, and DeMarco, it is a spiral. It is on a line, and it traveled maybe 15 yards.
Love it.
It was a rocket. And the girl that she threw the ball at could not get out of the way fast enough.
Oh, really?
She puts her hands up to deflect it from, and you can see the girl, she looks at the coach like, why didn't she catch that?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the quarterback that we need. It was awesome. And all the other girls are running around screaming, and the quarterback girl's like, that's a pretty good throw. I'm going to need somebody to catch that. It was awesome.
What's her name? Is it Anita Marks?
Yeah.
She does the gambling site.
Uh-huh.
You know, she used to be a professional quarterback.
Okay, I believe
in
it.
a tackling league.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by girls throwing. Girls being afraid of the ball, yes. But I was so mad back in the day with the LFL.
What's that?
Lingerie Football League.
Okay.
Why have them out in lingerie? This could be a fun sport.
Women's
football? That fun is actually fun to watch, except that part of it.
Yeah, I don't think that was meant to be a football league.
But it's live go football with
it was weird.
Tackling. There's some good athletes out there. Why would you just wear a uniform?
Would you play football, tackle football?
No. Claire would.
She would?
Claire would. Well, oftentimes we play in the front yard. She would throw me the ball, and then she'd come immediately and try to tackle me, and I'd scream and throw the ball away. So I think Claire would be really. She did power. We do powder puff or whatever at my high school, but
is that flag or tackle?
That's flag, and they stopped it the year before me because there was a big fight between a bunch of girls, and so Claire got to do it. I didn't get to do it.
My 9-year-old, look me in the eye.
Yeah.
Is a natural defensive end. I
She's
kid
got
you
the
not.
Genetics.
Natural D end.
She's got bend,
wiggle, want to.
Yeah, determination.
The stuff you can't teach.
She's got belly fire.
Dak Prescott, average per year, 60 mil. Joe Burrow, 55. Jordan Love, 55. Stop me where you put Matthew Stafford.
All right, I'll stop you
Trevor
already.
Lawrence, 55.
Well, I don't understand. So I would go,
this is average per year.
The only person whose name you've said that I would take instead of Matthew Stafford is Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow at 55.
Yeah.
Oh, see? What if he wants 55?
Look.
What if he wants more than that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Then you got a decision to make, and I think it's one of those, okay, look, you pay him 55 to use the number, but him, and him, they're gone.
The other side is this. So I see both sides. I want you back, running back. I think the best option for the Rams is him. Now, how much money do you really need, bro? Because I think you might have at least 200 in the bank already.
I bet he does.
And I know you want to cash out,
Yeah.
but let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? So it's both sides. This is where they're at right now. This is all what's going on. So Tua's making 53. Jared Goff.
Oh, my God.
Jared Goff is making 53.
By the way, his career earnings off of Spotrac is $364.3 million.
So you've got cash in the bank. It's different. Matthew Stafford right now, according to, I think, what does he call this? Above the cap?
Over the cap.
Over the cap, excuse me, is making 40 mil.
Okay. Yeah,
Jared Goff is making 53.
By current standards, he's underpaid. Like if it's just in a vacuum, if Tua Tagovailoa is worth, would you say 50-something? Then Jared Goff is worth 50-something. Matthew Stafford should be worth more than that, but that's not always how it works.
No, I'm just showing you both sides.
Yeah.
So, like, I want Stafford here. Please take a team-friendly deal. But he's looking. Really, Justin Herbert is making more than me.
Yeah, and that's. But again,
Kyler Murray, a guy I routinely beat, is making more than me.
I totally get that. You know who makes the most money in the NBA? He has the most lucrative contract in the NBA. It's Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown's not the best player in the NBA. It's not. It's not that. That's not exact. I understand the impulse, and if I were negotiating on Matthew Stafford's behalf, I would do that.
You're right.
But if I'm the Rams, I'm saying, Matthew, you know this isn't how this works.
And do you know who has the only two players that have no trade clauses in the NBA?
Beal and LeBron.
Exactly.
Oh.
That Bradley Beal is the other.
Yeah.
Like contracts comparing is just always a fool's errand. Sometimes.
No, this is what I'm saying is when you start talking about renegotiating, guys want more money. This is what they're looking at.
Yeah.
The other people playing the same position making more money than me.
If I were Matthew Stafford, that's the argument I would make.
Right.
But I also would understand the other two things, which is A, listen, dude, this is not your first bite at the apple. You've put $330 million in the bank, so let's use that. We have paid you X amount of millions already.
You're rich.
We want to go back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You want if we give you that, our path to that Super Bowl gets much more narrow. We have to have you as a part of it, but our path is much wider if you're a part of it and he's a part of it and he's a part of it.
The Super Bowl gets more narrow if you stay in a Rams uniform. Continue what we've done.
Yeah.
Your path to the Hall of Fame gets easier if you keep winning here with this football team.
Yeah.
So how much is that worth too? Because we can only go so high. We got to pay these guys, and we got to get ready to pay that guy.
This is the part. Take Matthew Stafford out of it for a second. I think that is so complicated if you are a team owner, general manager, whoever ultimately makes these decisions. I know that Tua Tagovailoa is okay, but the idea of I've never seen anything that makes me think he's special. And you can make the argument with Justin Herbert. It's like, I know they're next and they're up, and you got Trevor Lawrence is a great example. It's like, if I give this guy this, I know who are you going to get? Probably somebody not as good, but I'm going to keep looking. If I got to go down a little bit, because once I'm locked into a crazy number like that on a mediocre quarterback, there is no unspooling it.
Absolutely not.
The Jags are stuck with Trevor Lawrence at if it's Joe Burrow, bang.
But I would rather pay that sort of money to a guy that's younger because I can get out of it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I understand that, but like to use Lawrence, when Lawrence came up and say, well, he's next, he needs $300 million. I'm like, you know what? We're good. We're gonna back up. We'll try again because I've seen it for 4 or 5. He's not the answer to my problem.
I'm a teammate. But if I'm a quarterback, I am not taking less money than him. That's what I would say.
I get that.
We could start there.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not taking less money.
I'm not talking
than
about
that
Stafford
guy.
anymore. I'm talking about, I'm not taking less than that. I'd say, well, then go get it somewhere else because I'm not giving it to you.
And then we might have to part ways. And that's how guys don't show up to training camp.
Yeah, no, I get it. But on those situations, I'm on the team side.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy. Can they find another Brock Purdy? Yeah, probably.
See, you're in the same situation that Jacksonville was in. I don't think you can change course now with Brock Purdy. You've gone too far down the road, and he's up. You got to pay him, and you got to pay market price to keep him.
If you want to keep him, you do, but you don't. You should have to do it.
You should have done something a year before then.
I could. I found you in the 7th round. I'm gonna find the next one somewhere else,
and you'd be crazy.
And it might not work.
Brock Purdy's don't come around all that often.
I understand, but it's also it could be one of those. He's a middle of the pack guy, and I'm paying him premium prices. I'm buying Honda Accords at Rolls Royce prices.
Okay, we're gonna cut Brock Purdy because you said so. Okay, and we're gonna get somebody else in the 7th round. If it doesn't work out, I'm firing you. Right. You better pay that guy now.
Am I a survivor? Do I know? Am I Rob Pelinka? Can I wiggle off the hook?
I'm just saying. Right.
The Far Side's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The LA Kings have a new home.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season.
This fall, 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app is your home for every moment of the Los Angeles Kings.
Hear the excitement of Kings hockey this season in only one place. Easy to access, easy to find, easy to enjoy every Kings game and your favorite Kings podcasts.
710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-889-5566. 800-889-5566. 800-889-5566.
Lowe's knows how to help you save time and money, no matter the job. That's why we can deliver supplies to your job site as soon as same day, so you have more time to get the job done. Because when you need it fast, we've got you covered. Lowe's knows pros. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes, placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Something amazing is happening here. Scientists are using AI to study how whales talk to each other. CDW experts can give researchers the power to process complex data with HP workstations, advanced by AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro processors. With easier handling of AI workloads, your organization can bring powerful insights to the surface. Make amazing happen. HP, AMD, and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/HPAMD.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
I cannot wait for Jeff to come on. Jeff Zgonina. This is going to be so much fun. I have never talked to him on radio.
Okay.
Never, not once.
The little nervous?
I'm super nervous.
Okay.
But, I mean, in a good way. That's my dude. We compete. We go at it. But we've been friends since 1997, 98.
Okay.
We've been friends since.
Is that when he came into the league?
No, he was in the league actually a few years before me.
Okay.
First time I saw Jeff Zgonina, this is so funny. 1989. I am a redshirt freshman, so I'm not playing. This is the first Saturday or football playing weekend in the fall. that I don't have a game. Red shirts don't play. We don't even dress.
Okay.
Matter of fact, they didn't tell us what to do on game day, and the game's at home. The only reason I knew the game had started, I could hear the stadium from my dorm room.
Oh, you didn't even go to the game?
Well, I was late. No one told us what to do.
Okay.
So the game kicked off. I got there, ran down there. So we're sitting in the stands, and we're meeting people. Yeah, we're freshmen. We're having fun. We're in college. And I'm zeroing in on this game. And there's a guy on the field that's our center. His name is Bern Brostek. He could be your brother.
Okay.
Looks just like you.
Okay.
But he's
Handsome.
Samoan.
Oh, okay. Handsome
Right.
Samoan guy.
Samoan dude, and speaks with that Samoan, like that patois, right?
Yeah.
Mean as a snake. The Rams actually wound up drafting him in the first round, a first-round center.
That's rare.
This was our senior when I was
Yeah.
a true freshman. I mean, he put me through all sorts of hell, bro. He had this move called the twist. I wish I could show you, where he would let you rip him, and then he would put this hand on your hip and bend you over. And there was nothing I could do. The pain was it was unreal. If we were in jail, I'd have to shank him. I'm serious. That's how strong he was. So
Okay.
I'm going out. I can't wait to see him play. And I'm looking at Bern. I think Bern is the strongest guy in the world. And I'm watching this kid from Purdue lock horns with Bern. And I'm like, oh, my God. He's actually
Hanging
giving
in
Bern.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
It turns out it was Jeff.
Oh.
Jeff as a true freshman playing for Purdue. So that's the first time I saw him. Forgot about him or couldn't forget the name. Wind up being teammates in St. Louis, right? So we hang out. Instantly, we don't like each other. We're battling. We're going at it. You think Chris is bad with the insults? Oh, my God. This is the dude. So anyway, can't wait for him to come on. That's besides the point. But going out into the Super Bowl with Jeff, with those guys, if you ever see the start of the video where the Rams are announced and we're coming out in the whites and you see me with my hands up,
Okay.
I am getting ready to pass out.
You've told me that before.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah,
Did I tell you why? I saw Boris Becker.
No.
Eric LaSalle.
No, you haven't told me that part.
Just the gravity of the situation. Like, oh my God, this is the Super Bowl. This is the only game played today. This is it. It hit me all at once on the way out. So I've told you the story about where I started to undrafted rookie free agent, all through that stuff to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The reason I'm so happy is the guy I thought I couldn't stand in life was the guy that was actually right next to me in the biggest moment of my life. Jeff was right there. He was the other defensive tackle on the field.
Yeah.
Weird and strange. You never know which person you may need in your life. This guy, I swear, had he been drowning at some point in his life in 97, 98, 99, I might have thrown him a cinder block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, this is like...
And there he is, yes.
This is the thing that your dad or somebody should tell you at some point in your life, right? Be cool to everybody because you have no idea who that person's going to be when it comes back around.
It never occurred to me.
Never, ever know.
Wild. Never occurred to me in a million years. I'm like, oh my God. Ray Agnew was the starter. That's my guy.
Yeah.
Ray was on the bench. I forgot all about that. Ray was on the bench for that last play. Jeff was out there with me trying to stop McNair from beating the Rams. Yes.
So I was reading something this morning about the they ranked, this is Super Bowl 59. So they ranked the previous 58 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
From best to least. Where do you think your Super Bowl landed?
We're in the top 5 somewhere.
You're really close. Sixth.
Sixth? Okay.
Yeah.
What was up? What was ahead?
The 49ers, Bengals, the 28-0 Patriots, Falcons, or 28-3 Patriots, Falcons.
Is that the 28-3?
They were the Patriots behind 28-3.
I'm assuming that's number one.
The comeback.
That also went to overtime as well.
I think it was 2. I'd have to go back and look at it, but everything that was in there, like, yeah, okay. Like there's not a clunker in there. The one last year's was right there. Went into overtime and they scored a touchdown late in overtime.
I'm glad it's some new stuff because at the time that was the most like Super Bowl of Super Bowl endings of all time.
Well, I guess you could have the Giants Patriots with the Tyree
that came after
catch.
Yeah.
The
Super
one-handed.
Bowl, the one that they number one was the one you mentioned, Patriots Falcons, where they came back from that huge deficit.
Okay, that's number 1. Yep.
Number 2 was Giants Patriots, David Tyree.
Okay, but that's when Eli Manning saved the world.
Yep, and the pin catch to the helmet. 3 was Pats Seahawks, the interception at the goal line.
Okay, yeah.
4,
controversial.
San Francisco, Cincinnati. That's the Joe Montana. Hey, look, there's John
59
Candy.
Razor.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
And 5, the last one ahead of you, Steelers Cards. where Santonio Hall was in
that
the
was a
quarter.
great last
us?
drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
all right.
and then you guys.
I'll give you that one. Yeah. I mean,
like I said, no clunkers ahead of you.
And I think the thing is like all those favored the offense besides the Seattle one, the Seattle interception. All of them, the last drive favoring the offense having the last say,
to score.
as opposed to yours, which is a defensive stop, and the Seattle Seahawks, which is a defensive stop.
You know what's right behind you?
Say again?
You know what's right behind you at 7?
What?
Philly, or Philly Special, or
The
whatever.
Philly
they call it.
Special.
That was also a high-scoring
Trick
Super Bowl,
play.
too.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
is
yeah.
it, 40?
41-33.
Right, exactly.
Crazy.
And also the story to get to that Super Bowl for the Eagles is just insane. Having a
The
backup
Nick Foles
quarterback,
story.
Doug
Started
Peterson.
right over here, my friend. You know this.
Yeah.
You
What?
know, Carson Wentz was the quarterback of that team, and he got his knee torn up at
Oh,
the
right
Coliseum
here.
against the Rams. And I remember when they knocked Wentz out of the game, thinking, okay, they got a chance now because they're going to go to the backup quarterback. They were trailing, and then Foles was just awesome in that game.
There was like a revenge story to that?
Yeah, he couldn't miss because he was former Ram.
Dude, he tried to give the job away to Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Like we had thought Nick Foles was done playing football.
Yeah, not
and
really.
then turns out, turned it around and became that guy unbelievable.
And they all wore the dog masks because they were underdogs, like Chris
Nice.
Long and that group of people, like led that charge.
Let's see. I want to go.
And that was the first Eagles Super Bowl because their championships had come when it wasn't Super Bowls
the
yet.
world champion.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess at what the worst one was?
The worst Super Bowl?
According to this list in
San
USA
Francisco
Today.
beating the Broncos?
No.
It's the SF against the Bengals where they kicked the what out of them?
No. It's a recent game. It 20 recent-ish. 2013. It was a blowout, and it was a blowout from almost the very, very beginning.
Who was it?
The Seahawks beat the Broncos 43-8.
Oh, Seahawks beating the Broncos. Okay.
That was one of those. This is a Von Miller went bonkers in that game.
Which is the Super Bowl where Sean Payton did the onside kick to start the half?
The Colts. Yeah, that was. Michael was just
Oh,
born.
my God,
Michael's born in
yes.
05, like probably 2010-ish,
Yeah.
right in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
You can't
God.
do that anymore. You have to
Crazy games.
declare, which sucks.
Yeah, they got to fix that.
Bears put up a fight with Devin Hester, didn't they? Or that
It
turned
was okay.
That turned
The
into
game
a
was in
laugher.
the rain, and it kind of sucked.
Isn't that Rex Grossman?
Yeah.
Oh my
that
gosh.
tells you all you need to know.
Also, the 49ers Ravens one was even almost
Oh,
a better
the lights
story
out
coming
game.
into
Oh,
it
when the
because
lights
it
went
was
out?
the brothers
Yeah.
and the lights going off.
Lights went out.
Was that PI in the end zone?
Should have been.
I thought so too.
Should have been.
That was not Harbaugh. It was
Harbaugh
Kaepernick and Flacco with
Yeah.
the two
If the
quarterbacks.
lights
Yeah.
don't go out, the Niners win that game.
It felt like they had some mo. It felt like they had some mo. Tell me how to say. Is it Zgonina?
Sgonina. Yes.
Jeff Zgonina, DeMarco Farr's championship-winning teammate from 1999
And his backup,
season.
right?
No,
And
don't say that. No.
They shared the job according to Jeff and the backup according to Mr. Farr. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. This is somebody that backs up nobody, DeMarco. We're talking about our pal Joseph S. Normand. If you are hurt in an accident, a car accident, if something falls on you, if you get hurt, you need to pick up the phone and call Joseph S. Normand.
He backs up his teammates.
Oh, yeah.
Joe's a good backup. See, he's a guy that starts too.
But he's the starter.
He's the starter. I like it. Accidents are devastating, and the recovery process it sucks. No insurance company is ever on your side. Remember that anything you say to any insurance company can and will be used against you. So make sure you call Joe first before you talk to anyone. Let's give you the number. Can we give that now?
213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. And just like anything else, have an expert take a look at something that's this important. If you are hurt in an accident, make sure you get what you're entitled to. 213-747-2000.
Or normanlegal.com. Make sure to tell them Travis and D-Far sent you.
Are you ready for a party? Oh, party! This Saturday at Cosm, Los Angeles. It's the Michelob Ultra official Lakers watch party. Join Beto Durant broadcasting live for Lakers pre, half, and post. A Lakers photo op with the championship trophy and experience watching Lakers Knicks tip off at 5:30 p.m. and feel like you're at MSG. That's Saturday at Cosm LA. Go to ESPNLA.com. Click on the Michelob Ultra graphic and register to reserve your spot with ESPN LA.
Hey, it's D4. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport, and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Hey, it's Mace. Fire survivors have a long road to recovery. The Center for Disaster Philanthropy, CDP, helps communities most in need rebuild stronger after fires and other disasters. Join us as we help to support the long-term recovery needs through CDP's California Fire Recovery Fund. Together, we can support vital programs that address housing, mental health, livelihood initiatives, and environmental restoration. For information, visit disasterphilanthropy.org/ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
From the 10, probably the final play of the game. In regulation. It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? No, he cannot. Mike Jones made the tackle. And the Rams have won the Super Bowl.
That is my alarm clock for life.
The game is over. The game is over.
Now every Super Bowl should have an ending such as this. Down on the 1-yard line, a terrific play call, trying to give Dyson an opportunity to break a tackle.
That's good.
Mike Jones, the linebacker. You don't hear a lot about him. He is the guy that is able to take Dyson down before he can get to the goal line. And that's why you're seeing this scene in celebration of the St. Louis Rams winning the National Football League championship.
And we drank every bar dry from Atlanta back to Missouri.
25 years ago today is when that play happened. You heard Al Michaels on the call.
Yes.
The Rams were Super Bowl champions on this day back in 2000 after the 99 season, the greatest show on turf. And DeMarco's kind of going into his Rolodex a little bit, bringing in some of his teammates, including Jeff Zgonina. Jeff, thanks for joining us. How you feeling?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. This is crazy. This is the first time we've ever talked on radio. I'm nervous. What's up, man?
No, it's not.
This is the first time I have talked to you on radio ever. When did I have you on?
No. Grant and I had you on our radio show back in St. Louis with Jack Snow.
When? Where? Where were you guys? Where was the show? I don't remember.
We were at a bar over by Crevacor in that little plaza.
Okay, that was years ago. I think I burned that out with a few shots. A few shots ago.
Long time ago.
Jeff and I, we became teammates in what? 1997. That was your first year with the Rams, right?
Yes.
And you,
yes, it was.
You started with Pittsburgh. I forgot. Emily is a Pittsburgh fan. You were a part of that crew.
I was a draft pick of the Steelers. Yes, in '93.
In '93. How did you get to us? How did you get to the Rams?
Frank Gann's Crash brought me there when Dick took the job. Crash. I was in Atlanta the year before with Crash.
That's right.
Playing special teams and D-line down there.
I was trying to tell them about Frank Gann's and Crash and trying to explain where the name Crash came from. Do you have a story?
He crashed a plane in fighter pilot school. And they put him behind a desk, and they called him Crash. That's the story I was told.
It makes sense.
Is that the real story? Okay, never mind. Every time you would ask Crash where that, about his nickname, he would never tell you.
Would you tell people about crashing a fighter plane? Would that be something you'd be dying to?
I would kind of
people?
lead with that. That's kind of cool.
Jeff, let me ask you this.
He says he didn't crash it. He said he was hitting the treetops. I go, dude, you eventually probably crashed. So.
Jeff Zgonina, of course, is a member of the championship-winning team, DeMarco's 25th anniversary of that championship-winning team. And Jeff, DeMarco's telling me the story about how you and he used to compete and compete to get on the field and compete for reps and compete for position and then
compete for everything.
On that final play of the game that you guys won the Super Bowl, you guys were out there on the field together. What do you remember about that final play?
Well, I remember I couldn't feel my feet. I was so tired because the problem was right before that drive, I believe that was the bomb to Isaac, one play, and we're back on the field. And drive before that, they were on the field for like 14 or 17 play drive. So it was back-to-back long drives, I believe. And I was gassed. I remember there's a clip on the TV. We see Kevin trying to get off the field, and Dick's like, "Are you kidding me?" But Kevin couldn't even see straight, I mean, we were bone tired. And I remember thinking, I'm out here pass rushing, which was not my forte for my career. But, again, it was next man up. And we were out there, and it was, it was a blur, put it that way. That play felt like it was three minutes long, and it was, 3 seconds?
At least. So. Jeff is number 90. He's the guy that comes sliding in after Mike makes the play. What were you thinking when McNair threw the ball? What were you thinking when they snapped it on that last play? I know I was thinking, just get off, get your hands up, do something. Please don't let this guy run. What were you thinking about?
Well, about the same thing, but again, like I said, I was tired. I remember I was going against Bruce Matthews, the all-world frickin' football player, and I remember going, I'm not going to get a rush. There's just no way. In which he did. I came off the ball, he bear hugged me, and then that was that. I know Mike puts in the frickin' his book that I was spying. Dude, that dude just locked me up. I ain't going to lie. He clamped me, and he looked at me. I looked at him. I said, come on, Bruce. He goes, I'm tired, too. And we just stood there and danced on the line of scrimmage. He threw the ball, and I just turned and ran, like I always do, and thank God Mike got him down.
We had Mike in here the other day, Jeff, and I asked him, okay, so here comes Dyson, and, you're the last man before he goes in the end zone. You're going to make the tackle or not. And he made it sound, I don't want to say matter of fact, but you could tell he was like, yeah, no, I knew I was going to get him. It's a play that I've made a bunch of times. As you're watching it unfold, what did it feel like? Did it feel like he was going to go in, or did you think that Mike Jones would make the stop?
I knew he'd make the stop. Come on, man. We're the Rams.
Come on.
Stop us back then. No, I was like, again, we go back a few plays before that when I believe KC and Jay Williams missed the sack, right? That would have ended the game right there. But it is what it is, and I was happy Mike made it, and the rest is history.
I couldn't believe that dude got out of that Jay and Kevin sack. Really. You had him dead to rights, and he got out of that. And
I know that dude was a beast, though, man.
He was. Imagine if he played today.
He'd kill it.
He would absolutely murder it. Yeah, no doubt. What is your best memory from that year? Besides the game, just your best memory, anything that you can remember leading up to that season.
I don't know, man. It was because remember, I just came back that year. I took that year off between 97 and 99.
Yeah.
And then just coming back into the fold with the guys again.
Yeah, where did you go that year?
After I got released, I was in Oakland for a little bit, and then I finished the year out in Indy, Peyton's rookie year.
Oh, okay.
And Marshall was there, that's where I first met Marshall. And I was down with Ironhead. Remember old Craig Hayward down there last year playing. I followed him from Atlanta to St. Louis to Indy. So I was with that cat for 3 teams in a row.
Oh, my God, another one.
Yeah. And then, it was just great to be back in St. Louis. I've always loved St. Louis, the city, the people, and that team. That team was special. I've never been on a team like that, a bunch of dudes that bought into the belief, and loved one another like brothers and family. And we grew over those 3 hard years of Macomb, and we were able to produce a Super Bowl winning team.
Macomb, Illinois is where we trained for training camp. It's the home of the Leathernecks.
Okay.
When you want to talk about hot, how long was that trip going through there? It was like 100 miles going through a cornfield, and then you came across a field and a school.
And that's where you guys did camp?
Right. That's where we did training camp with Vermeil. You want to talk about hard. But yeah, just wild stuff. But starting from there, you said a group of guys getting together on the same page. You started in 1993. You played 17 years. You've been coaching in the National Football League for how long now?
I just finished my 9th year.
Your 9th year. So damn near 40 or 30 years in the business, right? 30 years? What's 17 plus 9? Yeah, almost 30 years.
26.
How hard is that to find and to cultivate, to have that many guys on the same page at the same time?
It's very hard, especially now with the way free agency is and cats moving from team to team. But again, like, you know, and the way I have been coaching my room, I would say, as long as we're on the same page, dude, and we care for each other, care for the dude next to you, we got a chance, you know? And I can remember, I don't know if you remember, DeMarco, the first day when Dick talked to us, and he said, look to your right, look to your left. And before you leave here, you'll be able to tell that dude next to you love him like a brother.
Yeah, I do remember
that. I remember going, man, shut up, old man, quit crying, right? And I'm like, but it's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Because of the stuff that he put us through, that we complained about it, but we bonded, we got closer, you know? I go back to, remember the old hole in the equipment room?
Oh, yeah.
And remember him coming back there and catching us back there, and he's like, playing cards and whatnot, and he's like, oh, I like this. And he walked away. And then he always had us over to his house in the off season, you know, to have dinners and stuff and just talk and bond. And I believe all that made that team close. Because we were close, and we're still close.
Big time. Yeah.
You know, I run into any of the old Rams, and it's like we just saw each other. You know, I still talk on the phone with a lot of them, you know. And it's just that bond that he built within us that made us rely on each other, that we knew on the fourth quarter, end of the game with, 3-4 seconds left in the game with the Super Bowl, we're going to bond together and win this because we believed in each other.
Yeah, Jeff, with that in mind, we're speaking with Jeff Zgonina, who's a teammate of DeMarco's on the Super Bowl champion, this 25th anniversary of them beating the Tennessee Titans. You mentioned it, that, you know, you played on a handful of different teams before you got to the Rams, and you said, you know, I knew I had something special. When did you know? Because we were talking about it a little bit before you came on, that Trent Green gets hurt in training camp, and here comes Kurt Warner, you know, and at that point, nobody other than like really super diehard NFL roster people knew who he was. When did you know that this is not just a pretty good team, but this is a special team that could do something special like win a Super Bowl?
I think I knew when we were pretty good when we lit up the 49ers in the Dome. I remember they came in, they'd beaten us like 15 times in a row, I believe.
17.
Beaten the Rams 15 times. It wasn't like just a little like squeak by. I mean, they came in cocky as all heck, you know. And I remember we lit them up, and it was like, oh, God, here we go, you know. Because I was on some pretty good Pittsburgh teams defensively, but not, you know, we were just okay offensively when I first got in the league. But that team with that offense, you know, and we just got that rookie Torrey Holt, and, you know, we had Akeem, and we had Prohl, and we had Bruce, and we had Ernie Conwell, and we got, you know, Marshall Faulk, you know, and then Kurt, you know. I mean, Kurt was just finding himself, but, man, you got those kind of weapons, you can find yourself pretty quick now, you know. And then, you know, the offensive line with Pace and Timmerman, you know, and Fred Miller and Tommy Newton and, you know, Gruda Doria, you know. All you got to do is block for a second now, and that little dude behind you is going to get by. You know, so you kind of saw it, you know. You're lighting dudes up. You're like, okay, now we got something. Now we just can't screw it up on defense. That was the thing.
We're pretty good. Yeah. Hey, tell them about the hole. Tell them what the hole is.
So we had a little
you'll love this.
post-practice storage room in the back of the equipment room. And we go back there for a few pops after practice, you know, to vent about Vermeil and how 4 hours of hitting was not really suitable, you know.
Okay.
Every day, and that included Friday. Like, these cats nowadays are complaining about these little shell practices. I'm like, dude, you don't understand. We had live goal line on Friday.
Dang right.
And it was a 3-hour practice. It wasn't like on and off the field, it was Fast Friday. No.
Yeah. Real.
The thing about Fast Friday was how fast can you get to the gin hall after practice to, you know, soothe your wounds. But But yeah, we had a little establishment back there. We had T-shirts made, and there was an initiation fee you had to pay to get in, and we just sat back there and played cards and told stories for a couple hours before we all went home.
Hang out, man.
And that was
and
a little event.
I didn't know it was a private club.
Oh,
there was an admission.
You just can't walk back there.
Yeah, all right. Anybody welcome as long as they had money, or did you have to kind of earn your way in another way?
A case of beer in a bottle.
You can go back there. You just got to be ready for what comes at you. You got to be able to withstand it, my man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you weren't a poker player, you had to pay double just to get in there.
Yes. So you're coaching still, right? You're in Dallas now. Is that right?
I was with Dallas. I did not. With the changeover in the new regime, we didn't get. A lot of us didn't get retained. So I'm out looking the streets again, trying to land another gig.
Yeah.
So
what's it looking like out there for you?
Huh?
What's it looking like out there for you? I mean, you've been everywhere. You know everybody. I don't think you're going to be on the streets for long.
It's the right fit, on both sides. So, I got a couple things. I've been talking to a couple people and just to see what pans out. So
I see it, man. It's always great to see you, man. You're in fantastic shape. You are the funniest dude I know. And I cannot believe it's been 25 years, man. 25 years, bro. We did this. Remember sitting in Philadelphia listening to Joe Frazier talking about Gusco? Remember that?
Yes, I tell that story all the time.
Joe Frazier was telling us his secret to success. Leave the Gusco alone.
What?
Gusco.
Yeah. What's Gusco?
It's undefeated.
It is undefeated.
Oh, okay. So I got it. I'm on. Yep. Now I'm on the trial.
My man.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yes.
Jeff, it was a pleasure.
Thanks, man.
Enjoyed it a great deal. Thank you.
Hey, anytime, guys.
My man. Talk to you soon.
Gusco?
All right, buddy.
Gusco. Leave that Gusco alone. Where it going? I couldn't understand a single thing you said. A case of beer and a bottle.
Okay.
And you got to be, I didn't want to say this to his face. You got to be willing to take the abuse.
Mental or physical or both?
Mental.
Okay.
Bro. You got to be willing to take it if you go back there. Yes.
That was great. I'd love hearing you talk with your old teammates. And Joe Frazier, yep. Good advice.
My
All
man.
right. Dodgers and the Chiefs? Yep, that's right. That's next. Wow. It's Trav. It's DeMarco at 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
If you were going to have a picture of a football player, it would look like Jeff Zgonina.
Wouldn't it, though? Yeah.
His head's square.
I know.
Like a cinder block.
Jeff, the teammate. So interesting. Can pull the best out of you.
Okay.
Really could. I mean, would really get after you.
Probably makes him a good coach, right?
I think it makes him a great coach. Like, he stayed on Grant Wistrom. We had to back him off of Jeff Wilkins, our kicker, because Jeff was starting to wilt under the pressure. We had to keep them separate. It's great teammate, will drive you, but, I mean, one of those days when you're having a bad days, you might want to fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, when he was telling the story of you guys were doing goal line full speed on Fridays, I hate to go into old man mode. I really do. Because but that is mind-boggling to me because 25 years ago is a long time ago. It's impossible to pretend it's not. It is a long time ago. But it's not 100 years ago.
I'm still here.
Right, that's what I mean. That you guys, like now, you don't, they're 2-a-days or like you guys were doing goal line full speed reps on a Friday before a Sunday game? That's nuts to me.
How do I say this? I am so happy football is safer, and I'm so glad they're making the money they're making today. Don't get me wrong. But I think we needed that sort of practicing.
You did?
We did. We were, before Vermeil, we were a middling football team going nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had no identity, no nothing. I swear, you just forget how to play football in the pros. When they start throwing money at you, it creates individuals.
Sure.
So he's right. I never looked at it that way. All that stuff we went through, it did bring us together.
Well, it's funny. I have a lot of friends that played professional baseball, right? Now, they didn't all make the major leagues, but I have a bunch of guys that I played with that got drafted and, I don't want to say washed out, but stopped playing at various levels of minor league baseball. And almost without exception, they all said the same thing. It goes, it's the second you get paid for it, it's not fun anymore.
It's weird.
It's just the second you get that first check, and because even your teammates, you're competing with those guys. Those guys can take your jobs too, and it's just it is a totally different. And when you get a team that is special like the one that you had, you can tell that's not super common. It doesn't work like that.
It was the best, and I said I may have said it to you. I've said it before. I don't know if I said it to you. It was the best, worst feeling in the world winning the Super Bowl. It was the best because I told you you could literally feel the world being round, and you're at the top. That's what it felt like. The bad part about it was, and you know this. This is the last time we'll ever be together.
Yeah.
Everything's going to change from here. And it did. And we changed as a team. We didn't talk about money at all as a team until after that game. Now people had to get paid. We had to pay Kurt.
It's your job.
It's weird now. Everything changes when you start throwing money into it. It's weird.
Or you could just go play for the Dodgers, and they just have all the money to pay everybody every day on every position, and everybody's rich and happy, and they win.
I'm glad you're starting to recognize that. See?
I love every single second of it. Tom Verducci wrote something in SI about the Dodgers. Could they be the Chiefs of Major League Baseball?
Could they be the Chiefs?
And the parallels are really striking because, and we'll get into some of them.
No.
I think the disconnect where it doesn't quite work is the Dodgers haven't won enough championships
and
like
you're
the Chiefs
not
had.
going to win enough championships.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, no way.
I don't think so either. But so here are the parallels.
Yeah.
Number one, you have a transcendent talent at arguably one of the most
Mahomes, Ohtani.
Yes.
Okay.
That you have the guy that's the face of the league is on those teams. Ohtani and Mahomes.
Okay.
You have somebody that's incredibly creative in how they go about doing it. Andy and Friedman. Those guys are they just know how to do this better than most of these other
Coach
guys.
And GM?
Coach and
right?
GM,
okay.
It's
Which is weird.
It's a rotating cast of characters. Like the main guy is the main guy, but the other pieces kind of rotate around him. There are other stars. There is Travis Kelce. There's Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
But the other cast of characters kind of come and go. That they have guys that are role guys that step up at the most important time. It's kind of a weird deal. The rub is that football, the better team usually wins. Not always, but and especially in football, home field advantage is a big deal, et cetera, et cetera. Like Kansas City never had to go on the road. Philadelphia has never had to go on the road, not in the playoffs at least. Baseball's far more random to all of it, but the parallels are kind of similar. The money is different because one league is capped in the other, but the way that they're built, there are a lot of similarities.
If the Dodgers win the World Series, definitely. Is that where he went? If they win the World Series, if they go back-to-back, definitely.
Yeah, it would certainly bolster the argument.
If you make a mockery of this league, which is what you're set up to do.
I don't think baseball lends itself to it.
Come on, let's just be honest for 1 minute. You see that roster. You see that list of arms. You see that list of talent. Where's your weakness?
They don't really have one right now.
That's what I'm saying. But you have a chance to win every single day.
They do. And I'm going to make your argument for you for a second. I don't think they have a chance to win every day. I think they have a very good chance to win every day.
Every single day.
I would say if an average day is a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
And on a day where you run out a bad pitcher, it's maybe 40-60 to the bad.
Correct.
They're going to be, even on days where Paul Skeens is pitching for the Pirates or, take your favorite guy on the other team.
Yeah.
60-40 Dodgers because whoever they're running out, it may not be as good as Skeens, but it's close.
Right.
And
your
so
bullpen's loaded.
Your bullpen's better. Your offense is better.
And you just won the World Series.
But what's weird, see, that doesn't matter a whole lot.
Well, you got the championship shine.
You do have that.
Yeah.
Baseball doesn't. We haven't had a repeat champion in 25 years.
Get ready.
It doesn't really go like that. They're not going to win 115 games. It just.
You don't think so?
I don't. I think they're going to win 107 or 8. I think they're going to be up there.
If you don't win more than 110 with this, something bad has happened. I mean, you've had a run of bad luck because
I don't agree with that.
You are arm proof. You are bat proof.
You're as close to it as you can be.
That's what I'm saying.
You're as close to it as you can be. But here's the thing: you lose
injury.
Baseball,
to injury.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But they're going to lose games. They're going to lose a game or two a week. That's just baseball. That means that now. By the way, it means they went 5-2 in the week. That's pretty damn good. You're going to stack up a whole bunch of wins. But I do think there's going to be times where, just not that they're not going to try to win, but they're not going to try to play every game like it's the 7th game of the World Series. They're going to manage expectations. They're going to manage their players. Like, for instance, I was listening to a podcast this morning. I thought this was a great point. The Dodgers are probably the only team that, as currently constructed with Ohtani coming back to pitch, they're like, dude, take all the time you need. Like, if you're not ready to pitch until the All-Star break, that's fine. Like
something other people don't have to worry about.
Other people's like, hey, dude,
we need you now.
We need you.
Yes.
You're our best pitcher.
You're so loaded. You don't have to rush Ohtani back.
You don't have to rush anybody back.
You don't have to
anything.
rush one of your aces back. You're loaded. So what I think is, this is just me guessing. I would put a bet on this if I was a betting man. Come October, you're going to be embarrassed.
No.
When it's easy.
No, it's never easy. You guys were loaded with players. Was it easy?
Well, up until a certain point.
Really?
No, I'm just saying. No. But I mean, watch.
That's what I mean. Like those other guys are good too.
It's going to be ridiculous. You've got so much talent.
They do. I'm not
so much. Yes,
it is so as comprehensive of a roster as I've ever seen.
Not just in. I'm talking the arms you're throwing at people,
and it's not just the starting pitching; it's the bullpen too. It is as comprehensive and complete of a roster as I've ever seen.
I don't know who keeps up with that.
Baseball keeps up with it.
The attrition.
The randomness of the sport.
Right, but
you're going to lose some games 2-1.
Everybody loses games, and you lose
4-3.
people. But as the attrition goes, when average teams, normal teams, start to lose players and have those bullpen days.
No, you're right.
What are you pulling from?
You're right. Those days are going to be those aren't going to be 60-40s. Those are going to be 85-15s.
Right.
But enough of those 15s hit to where they're not going to win 115, 120. It's just I think the sweet spot is between 105 and 110.
Okay.
That by the way, that's a whole hell of a lot of games.
Was that Verducci that wrote that?
Yeah.
This is going to age well for him. Watch.
Yeah. It's pretty darn good.
Oh yeah, it's good. Enjoy this run.
Good.
Enjoy the run. Enjoy it. Put your blinders on. Put your earmuffs in, and just.
I don't even think it's the roster necessarily. The roster helps what I'm about to say, but I'm looking forward to this upcoming. By the way, the spring training starts in a couple of weeks. That I'm looking forward to this because of what happened last year. That the pressure valve got popped. That it has. And it wasn't COVID, and it wasn't. They beat the Yankees.
A legit win.
It was a legit win, and they did it in style. So everybody is like, all right, here we go.
That's the chime.
The 6 months of regular season baseball is going to be far more enjoyable.
Ooh, you know what I just thought about? If you, with this loaded roster, the way we're building this up to be, if you hit the skids for a month,
okay,
I wonder if you fire Dave.
No, not a chance.
Because you're so loaded.
No.
Like, there's no way this team loses. Why are they losing? It must be you.
The only way that Dave Roberts... First of all, I'm going to make your argument for you again. They're too good to skid. You know what a skid is?
Yeah.
They go 5-5 over 10
What
games.
if it's like you can't explain it? We're just losing. I think
great
Dave
question.
gets put on Front Street.
No.
It's got to be you.
Like, he just won the World Series. He's got the highest winning percentage ever.
And you've got a $2 billion roster.
I'm not saying this is fair. It's stupid.
Yeah.
He went from being hey, look, man, I think it's time to go to you can stay as long as you want. It literally changed
Let's
like that.
see your first losing streak with this roster. I bet it starts
this
again.
Is a fun game. This is a fun game.
Yeah.
How many did they lose in a row? Like, what's their longest? I think
2.
I know the number.
2.
I think it's 3.
3?
I think it's 3.
Okay, still light. Yeah.
I think it's 3 where, like, you run into Skeens on a Sunday, you lose. You go to the next city and you run into Zach Wheeler in Philadelphia and he beats you. And then just something weird happens in the third game.
And on the 4th day, you fire Dave.
They're going to get ready to put a statue of that dude out there. Dude wins 75% of his games.
We're going to go right back to busting his little bobblehead.
Not me. I've always loved Dave. Leave him alone. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? Oh, party! This Saturday at Cosm, Los Angeles. It's the Michelob Ultra official Lakers watch party. Join Beto Durant broadcasting live for Lakers pre-half and post, a Lakers photo op with the championship trophy, and experience watching Lakers Knicks tip off at 5:30 p.m. and feel like you're at MSG. That's Saturday at Cosm LA. Go to ESPNLA.com, click on the Michelob Ultra graphic, and register to reserve your spot with ESPN LA.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Hey guys, it's Mina Kimes, host of the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny, here to tell you about a live podcast taping I am doing in Los Angeles Monday, February 3rd, right before the Super Bowl. I am joined by Greg Rosenthal, Jordan Rodriguez, Chris Ryan, Andy Greenwald, and the Rams' own Kobe Turner. 100% of your ticket proceeds go to wildfire relief here in Los Angeles. Check it out, minapodlive.com.
show. Hi, guys.
Aloha. Aloha.
Masi, mashiseo. Mani, mashiseo.
I'm enjoying hearing you talk to your teammates, and we have a couple coming up in the 11 o'clock hour. And I just hope that our Super Bowl in a week is as exciting as your Super Bowl was, because,
guaranteed.
I hate when Super Bowls are so boring.
Sometimes you get a bad game. It's just sometimes it happens.
If it's boring, Philadelphia won.
Okay.
That means they're just
okay.
pounding them. Yeah. If it's exciting, Mahomes is going to win.
Is there a scenario where Kansas City wins this game 35-10?
Could.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody got hurt, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not probable, really, to me, that it's that score.
Yeah.
All right, so do you guys know who John Mulaney is?
Yes.
Comedian. So he had a talk show last summer called Everyone's in LA. His talk show has been renewed with Netflix with a huge budget, and, quote, there has not been this amount of money given without a real structure since they gave the money to Harry and Meghan on Netflix. But basically, John getting a ton of money, little structure of what Netflix requires of him to do.
Just kind of, hey, go do your thing?
Yes. So if you were given Netflix kind of FU money, could do any show in the world, you know what kind of show you would do. Travis, fact or cap?
I think it's cap, if I'm being a total. Like, I would have to really give it some thought. Like, I do not have this burning idea in the back of my head of I've always wanted to blank.
You're going to get paid $5 million, and all you have to do is do 8 episodes of content.
Yeah, I would honestly think I would base it around food and wine and hanging out. Like, if there's a way to do that on TV, I would want to do, like...
Here's my suggestion for you.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the south of France,
Yes.
and you're going to do 80s and 90s baseball stars, and you're going to get them in these intimate conversations and drink wine.
You are officially the executive producer. Come on in. Let's book it.
Yes.
And I need George Brett as my co-host.
Great. Got it. Booked it.
In the south of France?
Well, that's where the good wine is.
Yes.
Oh,
it's pretty.
okay.
You're going to be in a nice vista, a little cafe. You
Did
sit
you not
down.
hear the part about unlimited budget?
I was like, are we talking to French people about baseball?
No. We're talking to Americans from France about baseball.
You're getting those guys relaxed to be able to talk
I thought
to
you
you.
were talking like we're talking on French TV,
Nope.
talking about American baseball.
This is
Drinking
Netflix.
No, it would be
large
like,
budget.
Tell me about the pine tar incident.
Mhm.
Go. Tell me about the story in Vegas where you ate bad crab.
All right, DeMarco, what about you? Do you have an idea for this?
Fact. Oh my God. It would be just like this, except it would be like a mixed martial arts thing going on right there. There'd be a wrestling match over here. There'd be 24/7 football on the wall every day. There'd be people marching in and out that you know and don't know.
Who would you want to talk to?
In life or just period?
Just
or every day?
literally, you can pick anybody
Unlimited budget.
that's alive, and they will
anybody
come
that's alive?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
We're not exhuming people. We're just going to go with the
Well, Ric
living.
Flair has to be my co-host.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. We have to start with Ric Flair as my co-host. Anybody I'd like to talk to? Sure. That's funny.
And you can talk about anything.
Anything to anybody?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
I'd
John
to
Mulaney
talk
had
to
a whole
some world leaders.
Sure.
Come on in. Let's
Sure.
have some discussions in here.
Yeah.
Some
John had
serious-
a whole
Yeah.
episode on palm trees.
I saw that.
But
one.
was funny about it. Like talked about palm trees in like a
Because of
funny
him-
way. Yeah.
Because of him, I look at palm trees differently.
Yep.
And I know how to deal with coyotes because of him.
Yep, he did a whole episode on coyotes.
Oh, yeah?
I saw that show.
What do you do? Give me the 30 seconds.
Go away, coyote. Go away. And they run.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I see coyotes on my walk. That's kind of...
Go away, coyote.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can go back and watch these if you guys want to. They're all on Netflix. Jorge.
Palm trees are stealing our water.
Yeah.
Because of what he said. See?
And they're dead.
And
Almost
they're
all
dead.
of them.
See? Yes.
They aren't supposed to be here. We put them here artificially. Jorge.
I'm enjoying the stories from his teammates and like all the stuff that we haven't heard. You see what I'm saying? So it's in a world where they can talk about anything and nothing is going to be censored, everything is going to be put in the light. Agents and why certain deals with their athletes never happen.
Ooh, I'd watch that.
Oh, the real stuff?
Yeah,
I'd watch
because
that.
we see LeBron's story, we see like
Yeah.
all these guys, the quarterbacks. We focus on the quarterbacks. Can we focus on the agents and why things didn't go the way?
Did you hear me and him talking about Stafford?
Yeah.
That's it right there.
I would love, like, I don't know, this is probably just from spy novels or whatever,
Yeah.
but like if there is such a thing as truth serum, right? Where
Yeah.
I give you an injection or you drink something and now all of a sudden you can't tell a lie and I can ask you whatever I want. That's the show.
Oh, that show?
That's
Okay.
the show.
those
And
guys-
you could bring up, like you're talking about world leaders, you could bring like the heads of covert organizations. Tiger Woods. Like there are a lot of people I would
come on and can't lie.
I really want to know what's up.
Ooh, that's scary.
I want to get Solange Knowles to happen what happened in the elevator, with her and Jay-Z and Beyonce. I want to get the truth serum on that one.
Yeah. She was kicking his butt.
Yep.
Yeah, she was kicking his butt.
All right, so the matchup of the Super Bowl obviously is the Eagles and the Chiefs, but for some reason throughout this entire season, anytime Saquon or the Eagles do well, the Giants are brought up. Tiki Barber is not happy with that. So my statement is the Giants should not be brought up in this year's Super Bowl. DeMarco, Patrick.
Oh, Cap. They should be brought up every time Saquon does something good. Every time he does something good or special, bring up the New York Giants and play the clip. Play the clip.
The Hard
Knocks.
I won't be able to sleep.
To pay him. Yes, bring that clip up every single time he does something special.
Or just the gif of Mara.
When he broke here, the first time he broke out against the Rams, I'm like, I bet the Giants are just killing themselves right now. Or how stupid are they? Oh, my God. Wow.
Travis?
I'm with DeMarco. I think it's Cap. I think that the statute of limitations on that is not expired yet, that you let a transcendent player leave in your division who immediately turned around and took his team to the Super Bowl, and he was an MVP candidate the entire year, and the reason they're in the Super Bowl is because of him. We're not done yet. You get to keep telling that story. The Giants tricked that off to such an incredible degree that they got to wear it. Now, if they win the Super Bowl and then next year you're still beating the Giants over the head, it's over by then.
Yep.
But until this game ends a week from Sunday, Giants are fair game.
And we haven't even got to Daniel Jones yet.
Yeah. They picked Daniel Jones over Saquon.
Right.
Jorge?
Didn't we have something like that in the Rams Super Bowl when Stafford left Detroit and then came here? And
yes.
So and then when they went back, they booed him and everything, and then he ended up winning the Super Bowl here. But I think it's something similar to that, no?
The story has to be
Probably bring it up still.
Has to be concluded. Mm-hmm. Well, the Stafford part was when he came here, even when the Rams were really good, it's like, well, he's never won the playoffs, and then he did. Well, he hasn't won a Super Bowl, and then he did. And it's like, okay, we're done. Like, at some point, you're just done with the story.
But every time we connect the Jared Goff to the Rams.
But Saquon said, I want to be a Giant. He never wanted to leave.
Yeah. They should
keep bringing this up. And the people who said it, yes.
I'm with you.
All right, so today is Phil Collins' birthday, and what Phil Collins in this day and age is most known for is... All right, and that's played at almost every stadium, anytime, ever. So my statement is, there are stadium songs that are overplayed. Jorge, Patrick Cap.
I don't know the name of these songs. I don't know, the Jump Around song maybe? Just
Jump
to get
Around?
people come, like Jump Around song maybe? Yeah. That's the one that came to my mind right now, yeah.
Okay, Travis?
I think it's Cap because the reason that they are overplayed is because they're fun.
They get the people going.
They work. Right? When you hear that drum beat, when you hear Jump Around, when you hear, those songs that get played in all of these different arenas is because people start bopping their heads. It's just, it works. Should we find some more? Probably. There you go. The Queen thing, right?
Yeah.
You just hear it and you're like, yeah, I'm into this.
Yes,
they're overplayed, but that doesn't mean they're not awesome.
No, Cap too. Yeah, that stuff, all those songs have a meaning in what they do. I was trying to tell Maurice and JB going to Pittsburgh. I said, get ready for Renegade.
Yeah.
This is going to be something special. Have you ever heard the song? You've never heard it like this.
Yeah.
It's different there. Jump Around. Who owns that? Wisconsin have that.
Yeah.
Enter Sandman. When you hear that, you just know. When you go play the Raiders, and when they're about to come out and you hear that gong right before Hell's Bells, it sends shivers down your spine. Like this just got real. Yeah,
sure.
all that stuff. It's definitely Cap.
All right, I have one more thing for you. So I went to the movies a couple of days ago, and at the Alamo, and you order food, you get your food, whatever. The food that I got wasn't exactly what I ordered, and I don't typically do this, but I was like, hey, I actually ordered this, not this, and not that I wouldn't have eaten that, but I wanted to get what I ordered. I have what I wanted. So if something is not right, you send it back. Travis, Patrick Cap.
Oh, this is good. This means a lot. Answer this right.
Again, totally different thing.
It's 90% Cap. If I ordered a steak and they bring me a piece of salmon, I'm going to say this isn't what I ordered.
Yes.
If I ordered a strip and they bring me a ribeye, I'm not sending it back.
Well,
You know what I mean?
You
Like
got the better end of the
right,
deal.
yeah, but if it's in the neighborhood, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
If it's totally the wrong, I ordered soup and you bring me a sandwich, I'm sending that back.
That's the wrong order. That's, you know what I'm saying? If you give me the wrong stuff, yes. But if I ask for medium well and it's a little overdone or a little over that, I'm not sending it back. So
my situation was I asked for just normal popcorn and I got like they dusted like this like pickle popcorn dust over it, and I was like,
dislike pickles?
I don't, but I was like choking on the popcorn. I was like, I can't have it.
You got to send that back,
DeMarco.
That's different. That's a whole different.
That's a
taste.
different thing.
Yeah. But I don't send cap. I don't send. I had a best friend, God rest his soul. Anything wrong on the plate, he's sending it back.
Know.
Not
or
only
like
that,
too cold.
he's gonna get up and walk it into the chef.
Oh no!
Like, dude, really? It's not that serious.
When you have somebody that's a difficult customer and you're at the table with them, it is so wildly uncomfortable. It is so.
I hate it.
It's an orange enough.
Yeah.
And the thing too is like a lot of times those people have never worked in the service industry and don't understand the headache that they're causing potentially.
Man.
Yeah.
I thought he just got off on making people mad.
I just want to dig a hole. I just don't want to be here anymore.
I'm plowing through my food and I'm out of here. I'm not waiting on you.
Let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
Ribeye? That's your first choice?
Back in the day?
Okay.
Yeah. The tomahawk ribeye?
Yeah. No, I'm not.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Are you strip guy?
That would be my first choice.
You're strip? Okay.
And my second choice, and you're going to judge me.
No.
Is a filet. The ribeye is last for
No
me.
judgment. The ribeye is last. Too much fat on it?
Yes, exactly. I want it a little leaner.
But man, the taste.
No, I
McConaughey. McConaughey said the only steak is a ribeye. I agree. And you got to leave it, let it rest for as long as you cooked it.
I know. Yeah. I know. I like the other ones better. I know. You know what else I didn't like?
That. Strip or ribeye. I bet ribeye wins if you threw that out.
I guarantee it
You
does.
think it wins?
I
Okay.
guarantee. I know that I'm on the losing side of this.
Okay.
But I would order the strip, and if the ribeye came, I would eat it, and I would enjoy it. But if the I don't know, corn chowder showed up, and like, this is.
I might have to send that. That's just wrong.
Corn chowder's pretty good. Speaking of going, I went to the movies last night, and I did something that I'm not particularly proud of, but I'll tell you what it is. Not even a little bit proud.
I wouldn't tell that story.
I'm going to tell it. You have many choices in your legal team, but family with Joe always comes first. Of course, we're talking about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Stop laughing. I'm going to tell him. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. Of course, you can go online at normandlegal.com. And a big thanks to Joe for sponsoring Factor Cap every single day. Me embarrassing myself next. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
So this is a little, maybe more than a little embarrassing.
Wait a minute, Tony. Hold on. As your consigliere, I don't think you should tell this story.
I'm telling it.
You should not let the story out. They may take it as weakness. They may come after us.
That's okay. They already know I'm weak. I've been open about my weaknesses.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Because I am no longer carrying a lot of extra weight, just a little extra weight.
Yes.
I'm cold all the time. I've never been somebody that runs cold in my life.
Yes.
I could have a T-shirt on and it's cold outside. I'm fine. In the house, T-shirt and shorts, fine. Now I'm socks. I'm sweatshirt. I'm blanket on the couch guy. I'm cold all the time.
You have lost body fat, my man.
Yes, like you said, I used to be wearing my jacket.
Used to wear your jacket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't
without
have
any clothes on.
I'm cold constantly.
Yes.
Susan and I go to the movies last night.
To see
Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
they had like a rescreen. It was super fun, by the way. It's a movie I've seen 100 times. And oddly, the theater was kind of full, like more than half full.
Good movie.
Good movie, but Wednesday night for a 30-year-old movie?
Well, you got to get on these rep screenings, bro. They're full all the time. They sell out.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And it was great. So we're sitting there, and I'm in my jeans, T-shirt, one of these thin sweatshirts that I wear in here, and my Dodger hoodie, and a locked-on Carhartt beanie.
So you have two sweatshirts on.
Two sweatshirts, and I just showed him that I have a wool beanie.
Are you sure you're not ill?
And I'm sitting there, the movie hasn't started yet, and I'm freezing. And Susan's sitting next to me, and Susan's got on long sleeves and a hoodie and a vest on.
Yeah.
And she also brought another jacket that she was not wearing that was in her lap. And she says to me, she goes, "Do you want my jacket?" I'm like, "Yes, I do."
It has to be freezing in this theater. That's really cold.
You can't do that.
And I used her jacket as a blanket, and I sat underneath it the entire movie.
Open your wallet.
What do you mean?
Open your wallet.
What do you want?
Give me your man card. Give me your man card. How
dare
you?
You know what my man card is?
What?
Nice and warm.
Look at you.
It was nice and warm.
How dare
underneath
you?
That thing. Yeah.
Do you want my jacket? No. Absolutely not. I'd rather freeze.
Hey, you look good, man. It's all right.
Look at you. I'd rather freeze to death.
Let me
Come
see.
on.
You look like a cholo right there. Look at that with a beanie.
Come on.
Yeah, I got the beanie. I got my Dodger hoodie. I got Susan's jacket draped
it
over.
Must be like 2 degrees in there
But
because
she's
that's a little
not
bit
cold.
overboard.
She
She's
used to be
fine.
the one that ran cold.
Yeah.
She was fine. Like she was dressed normally, but I was.
You guys have multiple layers on. That's not normal.
Bro, Shab.
Movie
It was
theater.
good. Good movie.
Hold on. Let me turn around.
Yeah, you can't look at my eye anymore.
I can't look
That
at
movie's
you.
so good.
Come
Did you get
on,
any
man.
snacks or anything when you were there?
Susan had a little wine.
Nice.
I got 2 more days to go.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Oh,
you can get
she
snacks.
Had a little vino in there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. You can. Okay.
Any like Junior Mints or
no, I had a piece of. Both of you guys will look at me. I had a little hunk of dark chocolate before we left. Little square. I like
not
that.
bad. Yeah.
So you guys are
of
theater might have been
like
super
weed
cold.
dark
Yeah.
chocolate or just regular dark
No,
chocolate?
just regular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sea
Well, that's
salt.
less fun.
Sunday night through Thursday night, I like to keep it kind of in the middle of the lane.
Well, weed doesn't do that much.
It
Just
does.
chills you out.
I'm not saying that you can't. I'm
Yeah.
saying that I don't.
Good for you.
Yeah, because it's a slippery slope.
Give me that thing.
No,
I'm hanging on to it.
Look how toasty.
I'm
warm
not going
I
to
look.
shred it.
Look how
I'm just
toasty
come on,
warm I
bro.
look.
You can't do that.
Veterano right there.
Yeah.
But those theaters do get cold though.
It was freezing.
Yeah, and she had some vino before, huh?
She did.
Okay.
Well, and
That
not,
changes
not,
things
not
a little
before at the movie theater.
Oh, really? Bring me the wine. Really?
It was one of
Yeah,
those
most theaters have it
I
now.
know. But I can't. I'll fall asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I had Had it been February 1st, I would have been right there with her.
Okay, I'd be asleep in a heartbeat.
This was just, what are your movie snacks? You get popcorn and the M&Ms?
Yeah, popcorn, raisinets.
Raisinets.
Yeah. Put them in the popcorn.
Okay, sure.
Mix it around a little bit. Yeah. Maybe a slushie.
Oh, I love a soft pretzel.
Yeah, if they have them and if they're good and fresh, I'll get a pretzel.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
The raisinets in the popcorn, I don't love popcorn, but with raisinets in it, I might reconsider.
Or make sure the movie is under 2 hours.
Oh, well, yeah. Look, I think we all understand. Dried fruits are you're making a
Just
choice.
saying.
Any dried fruit is a very specific choice along the way. Yeah, but I made it.
Good for you.
I made it.
I cannot believe you took the coat.
I didn't take it.
You
She offered
took
it.
the coat.
She didn't have it
You
on.
took the offer.
It was in her. She had it on.
That was
and
a test,
offered it.
and you failed.
Look, we're 28 years in. At this point, if she doesn't know that I'm a wuss, yesterday was not going to be the day that she discovered it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stay warm.
Well done, man.
What was that guy? Oh my God! Oh, that was that movie. The avalanche is coming. It's a father, 2 kids, and the wife. And there's an avalanche coming down.
Okay, so they did the French version, but the English version has Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Will Ferrell is the English version, but there's the French version that is
serious, right?
So the one with Julia and Will did not do as well. I think it might have been almost straight to streaming.
Is it a bad movie?
I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's just not really their roles
yeah.
best suited for them, but the French version is very good.
What's
Super
the plot?
serious? There's an avalanche coming, and Dad looks at it, gets up, and takes off.
So Dad leaves kids alone with Mom. Mom gets like, "How did you not think of us?
Yeah,
we are there. You should save us." And and then
took
that leads
off.
to marital troubles.
Did everybody make it out in one piece?
Well, yeah, but he left.
Look, I'm not saying it's the best day when you walk back in, but you're like, you're good, right? I knew you guys would be fine.
So
I'm a little slower than the rest. I needed a head start.
The French one is like from 2014 called Force Majeure, and that's on the Roku channel if anyone's interested.
I do have a Roku.
And then the American version, at least I watched it on HBO, might still be there.
That's you. See, avalanche about
rocks and trees and snow. Heck yeah.
Come on.
Downhill is the name of the movie and it's on Hulu.
Say no.
Yeah.
Do you want my jacket? No. Stay there for the avalanche.
I would love it. Thank you so much. DeMarco, so
it's a great
warm.
movie.
I got to enjoy. How you like them apples?
That was good.
Yeah.
I just miss Robin Williams. I do. God, he was so funny.
He was incredibly funny.
And just great actor. Yeah.
That's the thing about Robin. He was such a great dramatic actor.
Yes.
Like, he's a great comedic actor for sure, but that's a tough role to play,
Big
and he
time.
nails it.
That part, you've heard this, that part when he's talking about his wife who passed.
Yeah.
And he's saying the thing he misses the most is the little things.
Mm-hmm.
She would pass gas,
right.
and they all start cracking up. That was all ad-lib.
Was it really?
So Matt Damon's reaction is real. Like, he's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's all real. That's all Rob. I miss that stuff.
Yeah. It was a really good. And by the way, his buddies.
Oh my God!
Classics. And by the way, all Ben Affleck, Cole Hauser, and Casey Affleck are the goofball.
If you don't have friends like that, you're doing something wrong.
And also, like, the story behind the making of that, they're both like young guys. They wrote this movie themselves, and it's just a really cool movie that then launched their careers.
Yep.
And
they won an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Who did they beat for that Oscar?
For writing?
No. Yeah. Who was up?
I can find it. I don't know off the top of my head.
Was a hot year.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little disappointed that you didn't know off the top of your head.
97 was a hot year, though.
Again, this is like I was 1 year old, so I don't know if I know that they won.
I thought you were a movie buff. I guess you're just a casual. I don't know what to tell you. I just, which do you think you know somebody? You
took the jacket.
I did. It was so warm.
See, look at you.
It was one of those good puffy jackets too, and down.
You have lost all right to complain.
Had fur inside and everything.
Look at you would do that, Jorge.
Well, I've done it too.
You would take your jacket from your.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
All right, here are the other nominees. I just looked it up. All right, and you're gonna love these.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the 1998 Oscars, 1997.
What is the category?
Best Original Screenplay.
Okay.
Which is the one that they won.
Yeah.
It is Full Monty.
Yeah.
Never
Neconstructing Harry, Woody Allen.
Which
Never
was
saw
good.
it.
As Good as It Gets.
Never
you know,
saw
you
it.
starred in it.
Oh, that's the Nicholson one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Kathy Bates.
And then big movie for this show, Boogie Nights from Paul Thomas Anderson.
There's a lot going on, and then
Good Will Hunting one with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon co-writing.
Do you want me to use a Spanish accent?
Oh my God! Stop! Too many. That movie's too.
And
quotable.
then Jack, I think, won an Oscar for As Good as It Gets.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Wow.
Boogie Nights got robbed. I'm just saying. I love that movie.
But the writing.
Boogie Nights got robbed. Another one of DeMarco's Super Bowl winning teammates, the 25th anniversary, Tommy Newton.
Yes.
Tommy Newton.
With an umlaut. An
This is the German guy.
That's the
Let's
German.
go.
I'm sorry. I could have put an umlaut there.
No. Newton. Tommy Newton
There
is
it
going
is.
to join us next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right, the big game. You know what game we're talking about. A week from Sunday, right? It's almost here, and it's the last football game for a while. So don't miss out on the last game of the season with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game. Prize Picks is also giving away a free pick for that game where one of the starting quarterbacks will only need to throw for 1 yard to win. So if you're correct on at least one more stat projection, you can win real cash. They're giving you a freebie, right? 1 yard passing. I like their chances, and that's what Prize Picks is. You just pick more or you pick less. Pick more, pick less, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. But you can't win if you don't play. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone and use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V. When you do that, here's what you get. You not only get to play Prize Picks, which is awesome and fun, but they're going to give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win the $5 lineup. You're going to get the $50 no matter what. So put the app on your phone, the Prize Picks app. Use the code TRAV to get your $50 guarantee. Prize Picks. Run your game.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Happy New Year from Kia of Carson. We're celebrating the new year with deals on all your favorite 2025 Kia models. Just go to KiaofCarson.com and check out our specials on the award-winning Telluride, hybrids, EVs, and plug-ins. The deals don't stop there. You can save on the entire Kia lineup, including our huge inventory of Kia-certified used cars. Kia of Carson has won numerous awards for customer service, so we know how to make the process easy and enjoyable. Hurry into Kia of Carson for the best selection.
Hey, it's Travis.
And DeMarco with some important information. The Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation provides vital equipment and funds programs that help LAFD save lives and protect communities.
You can support your Los Angeles firefighters by donating today at supportlafd.org/give. Again, that's supportlafd.org/give or text LAFD to 24-365.
Thank you and stay safe.
Sedano and Cap.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
George, man, George, freaking DeAndre, this guy shows up today with this big ass box. Tell everybody what you said.
Yeah, I said, hey, man, I bought some goodies for everyone, man. I bought some pan dulce, man.
Yeah.
I went to Northgate. Yeah, I went to Northgate Market out in Costa Mesa, man.
Yeah. And so then he opens it up, and it's like all these like really nice looking like cupcakes. You know? Pan dulce.
Pan dulce.
Pan what?
Pan dulce, bro. Dulce, bro.
Pan dulce, bro. See the way I rolled the R on my bro? Right. Pan dulce, bro. Oh, bro. Yeah, so DeAndre opens up this box. He goes, yo, pan dulce, bro. And I was like, yo, what up with that? I'm like, is that protein or what?
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
3 and out. Huge first half for Warner. Less than a mediocre second half. Georgia Frontier. Clark pounding at the 27-yard line. Warner to throw. Going deep downfield. Adjusting for it is Isaac Bruce. And Isaac Bruce threads his way for 73 yards.
Love it. The legend.
I bet that's fun to listen to when you were a member of the St. Louis Rams. Of course, today is the 25th anniversary of DeMarco's Super Bowl winning team. We've been talking about it. We've been talking to some of his former teammates. We talked to Jeff Zgonina a little bit ago. And right now we are joined by another Super Bowl champion as well. Tommy Newton is joining us right now. Tommy, how you feeling today?
I'm a little winded because I'm still sprinting after Isaac into the end zone.
See? Tommy, hearing that play, man, I swear it's like you're stuck on a desert island. You're waiting for help, relief, something to come by, and then you see the boat, and you feel like we're going to be saved. Seeing Isaac Bruce go into the end zone and we take the lead, it's like, we got a shot to win this freaking game. It was amazing. What do you remember about that play, Isaac going in?
You know what? The whole game is a bit of a blur now. I mean, it's been 25 years. I got out of the game with coaching and a little bit of commentating I've been doing about 10, 15 years ago. So I don't recollect that much anymore at all. No, that specific play, I do remember battling, I think it was Jason Fisk.
Yeah.
Get my – and then, when the D lineman lets up, get balls on, I just kind of look and – it's this deep ball. It's like, just go. I'm tired. I want to get off the feet. And sure enough, the ball is caught, and Isaac runs, and then I'm just going for a mad dash to celebrate with him. And then it's kind of like, again, keep the fingers crossed and hope that D does their job. But you still got to stay mentally in the game because you never know if we need to go back on the field, and you don't want to celebrate too much, but you're happy. Round and round of an emotional roller coaster.
What were you thinking when they were driving? When we were on the defense is on the field and they're driving, what were you guys thinking on the sideline?
I try to keep as cool as I could, not really hoping or praying, just kind of, it is what it is. I have no control over what's happening on the field, and all I could think of is, stay cool because I'm back out there for overtime. And then I remember sitting there, I was like, I don't even know what the overtime rules are.
We never talked about it, right? I know. Crazy. And then Mike makes the play, and we all go berserk. Can you believe it's been 25 years, man? It feels like yesterday.
It's just insane. I mean, sadly, the mirror kind of tells us a little bit about that. Seeing you and a whole bunch of the other guys in L.A. back in November is just phenomenal.
I don't know what you're talking about, Tommy. You look phenomenal, man. You look great.
It's all relative. I mean, in my mind, or in our mind, we all feel like we're 30 years old, and then the little bit of gray hair, the wrinkles, etc. But no, considering, I think we're all looking pretty good overall. So. Not complaining.
We are talking with Tommy Newton, who is a Super Bowl champion, a member of the St. Louis Rams that won the Super Bowl in the 1999 season on this day in 2000. Tommy, DeMarco was telling me a little bit about you coming in. You grew up in Germany and you found your way to American football. How did that happen?
Everybody's got their own story. I certainly got mine. It's very colorful. As you just mentioned, I grew up in Germany. I immigrated to Canada when I was 16, and I went to a boarding school, and I started playing football in the fall and hockey in the winter and rugby in the spring. And out of those sports, football was probably my least favorite because it's such a stop-and-go sport on the field the whole time. Sadly, I started late. I still believe I'm a hockey player inside of football. And then with rugby, it was just one of those things, there was no quote-unquote future or ongoing track. And then I just kind of slipped on into the next level from high school to college, from college to the pros, and kind of had the scenic route, meaning 1 year fought in Buffalo, then played in the NFL Europe for a season, played in the Canadian League for a season before I finally found a home in St. Louis.
See, that's what I told you. When the day Tommy showed up, we show up, we're veterans. Like, who the heck is this guy? After 1 day of pads, who the heck is this guy? Who did you replace at left guard? I'm trying to remember. Was it Wiegert that just left? We had a big gaping hole at left guard.
Yeah, well, Adam Thurman replaced Wiegert at right guard.
Right guard.
And I remember, God, who was playing left guard?
It was a hole, and then all of a sudden you were there, and it looked like, okay, this is just the guy that's just filling time. But dude, you came in banging like you had something else in mind. You knew from day one you weren't leaving.
I totally recollect that completely different. I remember showing up to mini camp straight out of Europe, since I just had the NFL Europe season, and I was beat up, and I think I was the third or fourth string center on the depth chart. I'm like, this is going to be really fun. And in between the mini camp and training camp, was there a Jarek? Something Jarek?
John Jarek, that's who it was.
And I think Flannery was there.
Yes.
And anyway, long story. And then we also signed Ed Simmons, I believe, from the Redskins.
That's the guy that quit, that went back to the dorms and smoked and left.
Right.
Incredible.
So and then I guess somebody asked to be traded. Long story, in between the OTAs and minicamp and the training camp, I went from the third or fourth string center to backup guard. And I was like, oh, okay, things are looking a little bit different now. And, and then, rest in peace, Jim Hanny.
God rest his soul.
He was just a technician that helped me become the player that I was.
Big Irish. Let me tell you why Tommy's so important. Okay, so we played Minnesota and Tampa Bay, then to get to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who Minnesota had? John Randall.
John Randall, sure.
Yeah, guess what is his best pass rushing side? Tommy's side.
Yeah.
Then Warren Sapp. The next week, guess where his best pass rushing side was? Tommy's side. So if anybody,
couple of Hall of Famers,
right? I mean, Tommy, did you know who you were going up against in those 2 weeks?
I did, and I still call him Mr. Sapp and Randall. No, phenomenal players. I mean, watching film, anticipating those games, a lot of sleepless nights, and then also trying to figure out how to best block them. And for me, the hardest part on both of those guys was the mental game of not buying into the BS, And
like they're talking to you?
100%. So I remember against the Vikings when John Randall kept on calling me names and this, and I just ignored it. I'm getting out of breath anyway from playing. I don't need to now start talking. Anyway, going. We had the quick touchdown. I think it was also to Isaac, and we're just moving the ball all over them. And early on in the second quarter, we're walking up to the line. I'm getting lined up, and all I hear John Randall going, Warner. I'm like, hang on, he's not talking to me anymore. I knew I had him. He couldn't crack me. And from there, for me, it's like there was a quote unquote easy game. I mean, not an easy game, but you know what I mean. But I knew I had won the mental war.
He stopped talking to you and talked to somebody else. You got him. Sapp the same way?
You know what? He never said a word to me the whole game, which I was very surprised. And I mean, especially for that, his favorite move, which was lining up not in a 3 technique, meaning the outside guard. He would line up so far, almost for inside of the tackle position for the guard to block. And I kept on thinking to myself, I can't block anymore. I can't take my regular sets. And going into the game, I made up my mind. I'm going to take a gamble, and I'm going to almost set him like a tackle at guard, and not giving him my outside hand, which he wants. So I just shot my inside hand, which then he swats, and then I had my outside hand ready, and I caught him, I think, 90% of the time.
What was it like playing next to Orlando Pace?
It's amazing. I always say, watching film, I'm struggling. I'm on my knees. I'm on my face. I'm getting around. And then I see Orlando, and he's just skating around like a ballerina, like a 6'7", 300-pound ballerina.
Wow.
And nothing gets by him. So having said that, I mean, having a guy like him next to me, certainly with the twist that the D linemen run and the combinations, we at least I see it that way. There was a blessing that we had a nonverbal communication.
Mm-hmm.
There was a and a check, and we knew exactly what the other guy was thinking and where he was, and I always knew he'd have my side.
Oh man, just trying to talk about it. You know, I'm still mad that he went into the Hall of Fame very happy, but the fact that he wasn't first ballot still kind of rubs me the wrong way. There was no one better in the NFL.
It's, again, those kind of things I have no control over. I scratch my head, smile, and then move on. And I mean, he definitely deserves where he is. And again, I try to stay out of the politics on those things.
My man. Yes. So who's the best D tackle you ever played against? And it better be me.
Of course. Clearly in practice, 100%.
Goes without saying, right?
What's that?
It goes without saying that it was DeMarco.
Clear.
I mean, you heard it. We used to go at it all the time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Brian Young.
Niners.
For me specifically, for my style of play, he was not a large. He was certainly big enough to push you around, but then the strength, relentless.
Oh yeah.
Technique, and I remember I actually gave up my first sack against him in St. Louis. But I remember when I would land my punch on him, it was just like punching a wall, like something so firm that I never experienced that before. And then, you know, and then it was just a constant battle. And you may get him with the first punch. You may block the second move, and then he just keeps going. And you got to go with that third one.
Monster.
Tom Newton is a Super Bowl champion. It's the 25th anniversary of the St. Louis Rams, DeMarco's Super Bowl winning team. Tom, it's a pleasure to talk with you. Thanks
Tommy.
so much.
Love you guys. Appreciate all you guys doing, and stay safe out there.
You got it.
You got it.
Big Tommy.
That was great.
Can't unnerve that guy. Great. That's what I tried to. What he said with John Randall, I tried to get under his skin.
He said this twice during the course of the conversation. He goes, I don't have any control of that. I just let it go. Like, those guys that can do that, and you can tell just by the way he said it, it's like, zip, like, how do you get under that guy's skin?
Nothing. He's giving you nothing back. Yes.
What about that final drive? I don't know. I wasn't out there. What do you want me to do? I just was waiting to go back in the game. It's like, but the Super Bowl's right on the line right there.
Mr. Precision.
That's fantastic. All right, let's keep it rolling. Keith Lyle coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? Party! This Saturday at Cosm, Los Angeles. It's the Michelob Ultra official Lakers watch party. Join Beto Durant broadcasting live for a Lakers pre-half and post, a Lakers photo op with the championship trophy, and experience watching Lakers-Knicks tip off at 5:30 p.m. and feel like you're at MSG. That's Saturday at Cosm LA. Go to ESPNLA.com, click on the Michelob Ultra graphic, and register to reserve your spot with ESPN LA.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, it's D4. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com, that's ABSOLUT-sport, and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
3 receivers to the right. Warner goes over the middle. Juggled, caught. Holt, touchdown.
Every time we play one of those highlights, I'm just struck by how many just mega stars were on that team.
Oh, my God, everywhere.
Just loaded with names that football fans have known for years and years. It is the 25th anniversary of DeMarco's Super Bowl championship winning team on this day in 2000 after the 99 season, the greatest show on turf. And Mike Jones was here a couple of weeks ago talking about it. We've been talking with his former teammates for a good portion of the day, and we're going to continue to do so. Keith Lyle, who was a safety on that team. Super Bowl champion, Keith Lyle.
Baby,
Keith, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I appreciate being here. How you guys doing?
What's up, man? I did not know you finished with 31 picks in your career. 31 interceptions from 94 to 2000. Did you know that?
That's a lot.
I kept telling them, man.
Yeah.
I think we got hosed as a young defense. We should have had way more Pro Bowlers.
I don't even I'm so beyond it. DeMarco, I had 17 picks in 2 years. From 96 to 97.
Between 96 and 97. Our record was bad. I was trying to tell them, we weren't a bad football team. We just had a bad record. No. We had good players.
Guilty by association. That's what I would always tell people. It's a tough business, man, because, some guys, look at the guys when we won the Super Bowl. Look at the draft class. These guys got drafted and walked into a Super Bowl championship team.
I know.
We walked into 4-12. We walked in getting traded to St. Louis. I mean, there was all types of stuff going on.
All types of stuff. But, we stuck it out, though, man. You still have that picture. There was 8 of us? There was me, you, Isaac, Jay. Who else? Todd?
It was Todd. So I think it was 5 of us. It was me, you, Jay, Todd. Yeah, it was 5 of us.
5 of us that made it from L.A. to St. Louis to the Super Bowl. And we're sitting all around the trophy. It meant a lot to us. I told people, how do I describe Keith Lyle? I said any praise you give to Isaac Bruce, you can also give to Keith Lyle. Because it's almost the same sort of story. Same draft class.
Yeah. It is, man. It was an amazing draft class. And, it did feel good because, it's one thing to come into the league and win right away, but we went through the struggle, the struggle. Quick off seasons, playing well, taking L's, going home. So, but hey, that's just the life, man. It's a mental game.
Yep.
So our class and the majority of that team was built for that.
Keith Lyle, Super Bowl champion, joining us right here. Keith, DeMarco was we were talking about you and we were talking about this team earlier today, and he said our record was bad, but the team wasn't bad, and that you guys coming into that 99 season knew that you're going to be pretty good. As somebody that wasn't in the locker room, the 99 Rams, the greatest show on turf, especially the Kurt Warner portion, I was like, wait, where did these guys come from? It was totally out of left field. Did you know going into that season that not only you guys were going to be good, but you would be good enough to maybe win a Super Bowl?
I knew we were going to be good. This is what was interesting about that season. So when the players drove to work and we walked in the building, the first thing we saw when we opened the doors was the Lombardi Trophy. Dick Vermeil put that up that season. And I remember walking in the first day, and I'm like, damn, collectively and subliminally, we were all starting to think about a championship. Mm-hmm. We never did that. So this was the first time. Every time we walk into work, the first thing we see was the trophy. So that was in our minds, right? And then we knew we were good. I mean, we already had 90% of the team. We knew, with the addition of the draft picks, with the addition of Marshall, we knew we were going to be good. I don't think anybody knew how good. So that's why I think I just don't think we knew how good. But I thought we felt like we were going to be good.
We knew we were going to be.
Did Dick know? Like, I'm asking both of you. Did Dick know? Like, hey, this team.
I don't even think he knew.
Okay.
Yeah, not to that extent. I knew we were going to be better. We were going to be different. We might have a chance to have a winning season, get into the playoffs, but we didn't know until we got there. But he's right. We didn't even say Super Bowl. We didn't say playoffs. We never said it.
Yeah.
It was like taboo to say it until Vermeil started to do that. Yeah. And
he made it okay. He made it okay.
He did make it okay. And I remember I told them Frank Gans would put that on the board every single day. January 30th, 2000, Atlanta, Georgia. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day in the corner of the room. And then sure enough, here we are in Atlanta getting ready to play the Super Bowl. Do you remember that last day, that last meeting, the day before the game?
Yeah.
When they came in and spoke to us about – yeah, go ahead.
The meeting at night?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, what were you going to say about it?
I was just thinking, like, they told us to remember the journey and all that stuff. Do you remember that stuff?
Yeah.
Like how fast it goes? They said that night, before you know it, it'll be 25 years later. And here we are.
It is. Dude, so this is what's crazy. So I coach high school tennis. It's a long story how I got into it. When I retired, I started getting into it. Anyways, these kids come up to me, and I was talking about the Super Bowl. They always ask me about the Super Bowl. And they're like, Coach, there's a lot of teams that win Super Bowls, but everyone remembers your team, the greatest show on turf. And I'm like, damn. Like, it's just there's a lot of teams, but everybody remembers that team.
Marketing, man.
So
the nicknames.
Yeah.
Nicknames make stuff, steel curtain, purple people eaters. Like, it just, some of this stuff just, and greatest show on turf is such a great
sticks.
name.
Be honest. Don't you get a little mad, though? Because at one point, the greatest show did, like, have a defense with it. Us.
Hey, man, and you know what? Like, at some point, I look at my career, because, look, I went to college to play quarterback. And I would have redshirted if I played quarterback, and I played as a true freshman as a safety. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I should have played quarterback.
Yeah.
Because then that's where all the recognition is. No, but man, it is what it is. Everyone knows the quarterbacks, the running backs, and all that stuff. They got all the love. It's definitely the greatest show on turf. It's about the offense, and God knows we needed it because we had a horrible offense for years.
Oh, no doubt. No, I tried to tell him. But this is, if you want to know the play, when you see Mike Jones make the tackle, Keith Lyle is the safety that comes in at the last moment and swipes the football away. What were you thinking at that moment? Did you think we're on the goal line?
So it's so interesting because as a kid growing up, I was always in the gym shooting a jumper. Like, if this goes in, I win the Super Bowl. This the last play. If this goes in, I win the championship. I was always growing up putting myself in my mind on the last play of a championship, and lo and behold, here I am. So people ask me all the time, were you nervous? Were you scared? I said, no. At that moment, everyone's in their element.
Mm-hmm.
So all we're focused on, particularly for me, what I was focused, because on that play, we ran a bracket coverage called 7. And I'm so focused on if this guy motions, I got to switch, I got to make this call. If this guy moves, I got to be on the inside. I got outside leverage. If he goes there, the corner goes there, and I go here. So I have all this stuff going on my head. So when the play developed, I was on the side with Todd, the nickel on the right, and Dre. Our two receivers ran like 3 yards as dummy routes. So I freed up. So when I freed up, I saw Mike on the move, and I was like, I don't think I can get there. But if I can, I'm going to try to get the ball. So that's what happened. So, I was on my side. It was basically two sides doing their own thing. It was 3 of us on 2 receivers. It was Mike, Billy, and Dexter. Those 3 guys on their 2 receivers, who was Dyson and Wycheck.
Yeah.
So all of us had different responsibilities, and the linebacker, Fletch, ran to my side with the back. So they freed it up to isolate Mike. So at the last second, when I knew I could free off and my receivers ran dummy routes, I tried to come and help and do what I could. But thank God Mike made that tackle.
When did you know he was going down? Because that play usually scores. Or at least that guy breaks the tackle, yeah.
it was such a good design, man, because they designed it where Mike had to be on his inside, and the way they did the motion, they wanted Mike to overrun it and get out leverage. So it was a great design. But Mike held it long enough. But it was hard to say because as I'm running, I'm watching it develop, and I'm seeing Mike, and then he tackles him, and then I go to swoop for the ball. So I knew he had him. I just didn't know where the ball was. I felt like it wasn't in, and then he kind of did the Lucy on me.
The Lucy?
He pulled it back. Charlie Brown. Yeah. I'm with you, Keith. I got you.
Yeah. Pissed me off.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to go back to something you said a second ago. We're talking with Keith Lyle, Super Bowl champion, teammate of DeMarco's back in the 99 Greatest Show on Turf team. So you're kind of taking me through the play that if this guy motions, I'm here. I've got outside leverage on this guy unless it's this guy. And it's
three guys. It's three defenders on two receivers.
Okay.
So no matter how that carousel works, someone's going to have a guy, and somebody's going to be able to free up and help.
So are you just thinking, okay, this is my training, this is the coaching, this is the scheme, this is the call, or is it all of that and this is for the Super Bowl? Are you just going through, okay, I've seen this 100 times on film, I've been on this field, I know how to do this, or does the moment get in there where you're thinking, okay,
Not
it's
at all.
Not at all.
Not at all, man. At that moment, we're all locked in. Like, we're locked in because we know if they score, they're most likely going to kick a field goal. I mean, they could go for it. But it wasn't about being nervous. It wasn't about this the last play. It was like, lock in, do your job, let's get off this field. That's all it was. I got this. If he motions, I got to make this call. If he comes vertical, he's mine. If he goes to the flat, I'm helping on the slant. If they both run dummy routes and stop, I'm freeing up. I'm helping who I can. That's all it's about. There's no nervousness. It was let's play the game. I mean, like, now the first play of the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah. Guys were nervous. Like, my first thing was like, I don't know how DeMarco felt, but my first thing was, don't get beat deep.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine was don't get thrown on your face. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like DeMarco said, the night before in that meeting, the coach was like, hey, there's going to be 300, 400, 500 million people watching this game. And I'm like, damn, Keith, don't get beat.
See? All that comes into play. So right now, you're in line to pick up your kids, right?
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
My son is 11. He'll be 12 next month. And then my daughter's 9.
Okay, I have a 9-year-old going on 10. What are we doing, Keith? What are we doing?
Aren't all Super Bowl champions in car lines?
It might be. Might be. So I was just going to say, I love being dad. I ask this question a lot. If I could go back now and tell my 23, 24-year-old self something, what would I tell him? It wouldn't matter. I wouldn't listen to you anyway. But after 25 years ago, we became champion. And 25 years from that moment, would you say everything we've done was worth it to become champion?
Everything. I mean, man, I've got some nicks and pains now and stuff like that, but I think everything we did, I mean, it has to be. Like, we worked hard. We achieved what we worked hard to achieve. We got to go to college. I mean, it's just been great, man. Now I'm enjoying life. I'm married. I'm almost married 15 years. I got 2 little kids. So, you know, it was totally worth it.
Totally worth
now,
it.
Now, if you're asking me, am I recommending other kids to play football? You know,
tennis.
That's a choice they got to make.
Yeah.
I would say yes, but make sure that coach knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
No hot Macomb days? Come on.
I got one more for you, for me, Keith. We're speaking with Super Bowl champion Keith Lyle. We had another one of your teammates, Jeff Zgonina, on earlier today, and he was talking about the back room behind the equipment room. Were you allowed in there? Did you pay the fee to get in?
The hole.
The hole?
Yeah. Back room. Man, the back room.
Well, that's how they described it to me.
The hole.
The hole.
Yeah, I'm sure I was back there.
Okay.
I mean, man, listen, we had the thing about that year is we had a whole lot of damn fun.
Yes.
It was fun coming to work.
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure what the hell Zgonina's talking about the hole, but
I think you might. I think you're just being diplomatic.
It was in the back with Todd. Yeah. Todd and Jimmy had the hole in the back because where we played cards.
Yeah.
You need to talk to.
What? Hey, dog. You know what's funny? Remember that dice game we used to play?
What was the dice game?
You had a little dice game, and then you dropped the numbers, and you had to clear the board.
Yes, I do remember this game. Heated.
So I asked him about 10 years ago to make me one. He made me one and sent me one, man. So my
did
kids
he
love
really?
That game.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
Send me one. I love that game. I haven't played that game in 25 years. Yes.
The game is called Heated?
No, it gets heated. It's competitive. Yeah.
Is it like craps?
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah. It's competitive.
Yeah, it was a board game with 9 numbers, right?
Yes.
And you had to roll the dice, and you want to drop the highest number, and then you could, if you cleared the board, you got rid of them. If you left at 12, then you had 12. You left 300, you had 300. It was a good thing to do, man. When you were bored.
My man.
All right, Keith. Congratulations
Thank
on the
you,
25th
sir.
anniversary, and talk to that principal. See if that Super Bowl ring can't get you to the front of the line of the pickup.
I appreciate it, guys, man. Good talking to you, man.
Trey Nick, my man. Yes, sir.
You got it.
Best center field safety I ever saw in my life.
What did he say, 17 picks in 2 seasons?
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, we had some good players.
Bananas.
And we were buried under a bad record. No one cared.
What's the name of that dice game?
I don't know. It was Todd's game. It was the equipment manager's game.
Oh, he invented it?
Yeah. We came up with some crazy stuff. Lots of crazy stuff.
Guys leaving without checks?
Yeah, Keith wasn't a hole guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Keith was not a hole guy. Okay. Yeah. He's a skill position dude.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this while complimenting Keith without insulting you.
Go ahead.
Okay, here's what I'm going to try. Keith sounds too smart for the hole. Keith sounded like the guy that'd be like, "Nah, you guys go have fun."
I mean, he's a UVA grad.
That's what
He's
I'm
got to be
saying.
smart.
Keith sounded like a guy that knew better.
So apparently, I was going to ask him, and he covered it so fast. Our other corner named Dexter McLeon was a corner at Clemson. Apparently, Dexter picked off Keith, and that was the end of his quarterback career.
Really?
Yes, and they became starting cornerbacks together. It was
that's great.
Funny, yes.
You know, stupid good of an athlete you need to be to just change positions. I'll just go over here and do this, and I'll go to the NFL, and I'll intercept 17 passes in 2 years.
Just like that, yes.
Oh, okay, sure. Why not? I got a question for you about the Super Bowl.
Shoot.
About you flip-flopped on me on something. I think it's interesting. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
This is attorney Joseph S. Normand. I'm deeply saddened by the devastation caused by the fires in our community.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Hey guys, it's Mina Kimes, host of the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny, here to tell you about a live podcast taping I am doing in Los Angeles Monday, February 3rd, right before the Super Bowl. I am joined by Greg Rosenthal, Jordan Rodriguez, Chris Ryan, Andy Greenwald, and the Rams own Kobe Turner. 100% of your ticket proceeds go to wildfire relief here in Los Angeles. Check it out, minapodlive.com.
Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I could talk about that stuff all day long, DeMarco. I love listening to you guys talk to each other about it and all the crazy stuff like that goes on in the back room.
Yeah.
That some people were involved in.
Oh my God,
not
bro.
so much.
I didn't tell you about the Samoans and the Hershey bars. Okay, so the equipment room. This is when we first moved to St. Louis.
Hershey candy.
Hershey candy bars.
Okay.
So this is when we first moved to St. Louis. We had a makeshift training room, or makeshift equipment room. That's where the hole is.
Okay.
That's where all the stuff is, right? So our guys would go out and then try to make it back before practice, and some would miss because. So then we had the bright idea: if you go out, just come back to the facility, sleep there. You're never going to be late. Right. So some of the guys that were professionals at it would do it a lot. They would go out, get drunk, come back to the facility, and sleep in the training room. Well, the Samoans, a couple of them we had. Byrne was one of them. Byrne Brostick. They were hammered and hungry, and they wanted the chocolate bars. Problem is, they were locked behind this little door. Right. A little plywood door with a little lock on it. Well, that's not going to hold them.
No, it's not.
So we all show up. There's wrappers everywhere. They're laid out on the floor with they look like messy Marvin kids. Chocolate all over the place.
I just see the chocolate smeared all over their faces and hands.
And the first thing they say is, hey, brah. Hey, brah. What time is it, brah? What time's the meeting, brah? Time for shower, Burn. Come on, man.
Add it to the list that's 9 trillion things long of why I would not have been a good football player.
Yes, man.
Crazy. All right, so we were talking about the Super Bowl and the idea that Kansas City, or let me back up. Philadelphia would make it hard on Kansas City by hammering them with Saquon, right?
Yes.
That keep Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. Keep him over there. Don't let him get on the field. Limit his possessions. Limit his time with the football.
The best ball control you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
The opposite might be true.
Could be. The opposite is, like, if you watch what Mahomes did to Buffalo on the first drive, 90 yards.
Yeah.
Like 8 or 9 plays.
Took a while.
Just bang, 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 bang. Everything you threw at Mahomes, he had an answer. The second he knew that what we called, and the defense I'm looking at, the best option to move this is my legs, and he recognizes it like that. There's almost nothing you can do. He's going to methodically drive the football. That also will work against Philadelphia. If you take time off the clock and you squeeze that offense, you take away Saquon Barkley. Running the football,
it's so counterintuitive. It's so counterintuitive.
But it takes a lot of time to run the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't have the time, you're going to have to throw. That puts Hurts on Front Street.
It's if they get the lead, Kansas City being if Kansas City gets the lead, they have to go a little faster than they would like to, and that means probably a little bit less of Saquon than they'd like to.
You mean Philadelphia?
Yeah. Look, if Kansas City gets the ball, say they get the first possession, they go down and they score points. You can do what you want. But let's say they score points again, and it's 10-0, or it's 14-7.
2 scores down.
Or 10-3, or whatever it is. It's like you're gonna have to at some point. We got to move a little faster, and that's not Saquon.
You're gonna have to lead. You're gonna still use Saquon. You probably just can't lead with him, and you're gonna use him less, and Hurts more. if you have to throw.
And Kansas City can do that simply because they have an offense that can stay on the field kind of at will.
They've got Mahomes.
Yeah.
They've got Mahomes. They've got some weapons. I like Hollywood Brown. That is a classic Chiefs pickup. That guy can play.
Yeah.
He was just disgruntled in 3 places. Baltimore, Arizona, and then he gets to Kansas City. It's not like he couldn't play. He didn't have a guy to throw to him.
Yeah.
Now you can't stop him. Plus Worthy. Plus Kelsey. They could ball control you. They could hit you deep. There's a lot of things they can do.
Worthy was one of those guys, like, seriously, to Kansas City? Really?
Yeah.
Like, they got that guy? Great.
And then they're running the ball with Kareem Hunt behind all that. So they've got a good chance to ball control Philly. The problem is that's a number 1 defense. That's the best defense they would have seen all year long. I think Denver might be the best. Cleveland gave them some fits.
Yeah.
But this is the best defense they would have faced all year. So I don't know if they can do it to them. It may be quick strike, and then you're in trouble for them, Philadelphia, just draining clock, running the ball.
You think about what Kansas City's done, and because let's say Philadelphia wins, and it's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, they could certainly win this game.
They're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. This would be their second Super Bowl win in relatively recent history.
What was the other one?
The Philly special, 2018.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be their 3rd Super Bowl trip since 2018.
That is a mini dynasty.
I was just going to say, that is an incredible accomplishment, only it's done in the shadow of what Kansas City's doing.
With different coaches, with different quarterbacks.
Different coaches, different quarterbacks. And to get that done, it's like, yeah, cool, you're not Kansas City. Like,
Crazy.
it is that bar. And quite frankly, the Rams were in a similar situation had they been able to beat Philadelphia. Because let's say they beat Washington, they're back in the Super Bowl for the 3rd time since 2018. They're looking at a chance to win their second Super Bowl with, different quarterbacks.
The Rams?
To win. Yeah. That. And San Francisco is
call
close.
That a dynasty?
No,
that a good run by McVay.
But it's a great. It's better than that. It's not a dynasty, but it's better than a good run. You go to the Super Bowl 3 times in 8 years. That's not nothing.
Winning 2.
Or
depending how this one ended.
Even if you got there, 3 Super Bowls.
1 and 2, 2 and 1 sounds better.
Yeah. Like San Francisco's been to 2 of them recently.
Yeah.
They lost them both.
You know what trips me out is the guy that was in Philadelphia that had a lot of success just couldn't get over the hump, that gave way to this new group that got Super Bowls, was Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And he's on the other side of this.
He is a terrific Hall of Fame coach, but when you give him a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback, forget it.
That's something else.
Donovan McNabb, a great player.
I forgot how good he was.
Yes.
McNabb was special.
He was terrific.
Yes.
All right, isn't he going to go to the Hall of Fame?
I think that's the right. But
I think he should, but I don't think he's going to.
That.
No.
Like, he's not that thing that Kansas City has, who is just... Okay,
but we were talking like a comp for his style. It might be McNabb.
For
Mahomes' style.
He's so much more accurate. And
McNabb was great, too, and he could scramble. He was top of the heap with Andy Reid.
Yes, but Mahomes is like that number. Mahomes is 11-0.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
You just don't beat him.
He's that much better, but that style is similar. I get it now.
Stylistically, yes, but McNabb was always the guy that came up just short.
Yeah.
Mahomes is always the guy that never comes up short.
He had his shot. Remember when T.O. was chasing him around on the sidelines?
Mm-hmm.
That was his moment, and he missed it.
What, to knock him out?
No, that was his moment to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what T.O. was saying. This is your moment right there. And Donovan McNabb was on the sideline throwing up.
I was going to say he's throwing up.
And
T.O.'s playing on a broken leg.
You went as far as he could go.
And that's one of those...
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not the world's biggest T.O. guy, but okay.
That might be the difference between the two, McNabb and Mahomes. But stylistically, with Reid, same nonsense. A guy that can hurt you in 1,000 different ways, and he's got a good arm. That's crazy.
That'll do it.
Yes.
That'll do it. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And, of course, we are talking about my friends at NextGen. NextGen, this is what they did. They do a lot of things great, but their customer service is just unbelievable. Above and beyond, trying to exceed customer expectations every single day. I've had them in my house not once, but 2 separate times, and they're professional. They know exactly what they're talking about. You feel great about the entire process. They're open 7 days a week. They're available when you need them most, all week long. And they've got your one-stop shop for just about anything that you can think of when it comes to home comfort. We're talking heating, we're talking air conditioning, plumbing, electrical needs. So pick up the phone and call NextGen. 833-3-NEXTGen. 833-3-NEXGEN. That's 833-3-NEXTGen or nextgenaaronplumbing.com.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason in Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
So I did a yoga retreat. It is clothing optional.
Oh,
and
I don't need to do any naked yoga.
I opted to be close to nature.
Okay.
When I went to like these mineral waters they've got, and then the yoga, and then they grow all the food on the property. It's delicious.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason in Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game. So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
So here's DeMarco and I are talking homemade fries.
Homemade French fries. Yes.
They're delicious.
Yes.
But they're a ton of work.
It's complicated.
And they're not better than what you get out.
If you got a shortcut,
Then like a frozen bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. To make good fries at home, you gotta
soak the potatoes twice, and you gotta fry them
drain
twice.
them,
and you have to dry them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a lot. But homemade fries are good.
They
if
are
it were
good.
easier, I'd do it more.
But they're not a lot better than what you get if you go. Like sometimes the homemade one is worth the trouble. Fries from the window, fries from a restaurant are just as good, if better.
2 hours to make one batch of fries, or a 15-minute drive to McDonald's.
Right. And you can eat them in the front seat of the car while you're driving.
Can I add something to that? If you go to the store, you spend $5, you get a 2-pound bag. Yeah, and you have an air fryer, throw it in there.
There you go.
Done deal, man.
Okay.
Air fryers is the second best way to do it. The air fryer is a terrific, terrific, terrific shortcut. But if you take those frozen potatoes,
you eat that whole
put
bag
them
that
in
night.
the oil.
They're
terrific.
Really?
That's what they do at the restaurants most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. But the way to get real fries is to fry them, not to air fry them. To
real fry them.
To hard fry them.
Mm.
Happy birthday to Christian Bale, who turns 50 today.
I'm Batman.
He's a pretty good actor.
Did you do it? Okay.
You guys think of Batman first?
Oh, American Psycho.
Prestige.
Prestige. Oh, great movie.
Oh,
yes.
good movie.
Yeah.
American Psycho is the first time. I'm sure he was probably in stuff before that, but that was the first time I'm like, okay, who's that guy? That guy's
And it was in
terrible.
2000. It was 25 years ago as well.
Yeah.
Shaft, he played the bad guy.
They're also going to redo American Psycho. They're
Are they
apparently
really?
with
Who's the lead?
I can't remember if they've cast it yet. I know there's people in conversation for it, but it's going to be done by Luca Guadagnino, who did Challengers.
Oh.
He did the movie Queer that came out this year. He did Call Me by Your Name.
Okay.
He's got a lot of interesting stuff.
I know some like movie people, like the key grip guys.
Yeah.
They say he and Tom Hardy are the craziest guys in Hollywood.
Really?
Like super intense, crazy, like over the top.
I could see it.
Yeah.
Are they those guys that never break character? They stay
Never
in character
break
the whole
character.
time?
You've heard that thing where he went off on the lighting guy.
Terminator set, yeah.
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah, he just goes bonkers.
And he's had an interesting last couple of years. He's had some good ones, had some bad ones. He's had, Vice, maybe if you'd like that or not. Then he had Ford versus Ferrari, which is good.
That was good.
I like
but
that.
Then he had Thor: Love and Thunder, Amsterdam, which was a flop. Pale Blue Eyes, which is also not very good. And then The Boy and the Heron, which was very good.
No,
So
didn't see any of
and the
that.
all over
boxing
place.
movie. The boxing
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
the fighter.
Mickey
He
Ward
played
one.
Dickie
Fighter.
Engle. Dude,
Yeah.
he played that too good.
It's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yes.
That's a
I
good
think
movie.
he won his Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that called The Fighter?
Yes, it's
That's
called
one
The
about
Fighter. It's starring
Mi-
Amy Adams.
Yeah.
It's about Mickey Ward, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
the machinist.
Yeah.
He got so skinny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, looks scary. Okay.
I love the joke. I think it was from the Golden Globes with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. It's like, and Christian Bale lost 40 pounds for this role, and every woman in Hollywood has ever done that for any role. It's like, okay, I get it.
Kid Cudi turns 40 years old today.
Kid Cudi, the rapper.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm not
Day and
familiar with his
night.
work. Go
No,
ahead.
nor am I.
Day and night. Well, we'll find some. And he was also in a movie this past year with M. Night Shyamalan, Trap, the one that you saw.
Yeah.
He plays the pop stars
Yeah, I remember that.
but
Yeah.
the blonde wig. Yeah, that's him.
Parker's looking at me like am I bad
Well,
for
it's
not knowing Kid
Parker's
Cudi?
genre.
Oh, my bad.
That's his age group. Hits right at Kid Cudi.
Speaking of Parker,
Yeah.
he comes in here. He's like, "Hey, old man, where was your grad night at?" I was like, "Did you just call me an old man?"
Bro,
Wow, sounds like
grad
me.
night was at.
them's fighting words, man.
That was
you
at
know,
Disneyland,
hold on now.
by the way.
Whippersnapper.
This is Kid Cudi Day and Night.
Oh, okay. I know
I
this.
know this one. My Kid Cudi association is my oldest son Bobby worked for this delivery company where
Yeah.
he'd drive a delivery truck and they would take things to people's homes or whatever. And he delivered something to Kid Cudi's house
Oh, no
at
way.
one point. And apparently he was awesome and was a good tipper.
Oh,
Bobby
no way.
comes over, he's like, "You're not going to believe what I did," and hooked all the crew up that delivered this
Oh,
stuff.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So good on you, Kid Cudi, for taking care of people.
I know that beat.
FDR, he would be celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
FDR.
Yeah.
Yes. Weird now. If he were alive today, if FDR were alive today, oh my God.
Well, he's not.
I'm just saying. Oh my God. That would be something. You said, what kind of show do I want? You
Yeah.
said, talk to people that are living. No, I want to talk to the dead.
Yeah,
Let's bring them back
that
and show
would-
them what's happening.
That would be an interesting time to be alive. Let's just say that. Happy birthday to our pal, our colleague, NBA champion, Michael Thompson.
Michael Thompson. How old is Michael now?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Champagne and nuts. I don't know.
Yeah, my man.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
I'm wearing his shoes.
Oh, you got the
I'm
Antas
wearing
on.
his shoes.
The
Yeah,
Clays.
okay. His son's shoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Michael looks pretty good.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes. He looks great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Why not?
Because I don't.
Well, you could look that good as you get older.
No.
You seem like you're getting better.
How about
you're getting
dry
skinnier.
2025? You'll look just like that. Look.
Saturday morning, Bloody Mary, maybe a mimosa.
Yeah, I don't think Michael gets cold in the movie theater.
Going to lunch. Gonna have probably a beer or two
Yes.
with my lunch.
I don't think
maybe a
Michael's taking the
michelada.
jacket from his wife.
Gonna go to dinner that night. Gonna have martinis and wine.
Look at you.
Yeah, no.
Come on.
I am absolutely dry 2025.
Come
Get
on,
outta
you
here
can
with
do it.
that.
You can do it.
I don't want to do it.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Come on.
1994, Cowboys beat the Bills in Super Bowl. Would that be 28? Emmitt Smith rushed for 132 yards, 2 second-half TDs to power the Cowboys to their second consecutive Super Bowl title. Then they missed the next year and then won the year after that.
And by the way, guys, Michael is 70. Better just
70.
let me know.
70.
Michael is 70.
Looks great.
That's goals.
Yeah.
But isn't that the Super Bowl? Isn't that Leon Lett? Leon Lett. Isn't that one?
Oh, the one at the Rose Bowl. Yeah,
that's
I
that
think you're
one.
right. Because,
oh, my
yeah,
God.
I
Don
think you're right.
Beebe.
Don Beebe ran him down. And then Lett did it either the year after or the year after that
When
in
he
the
kicked
snow.
it. Oh, my God. Poor
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, he was the D-line coach in Dallas forever.
Leon Lett was?
Leon Lett was down there in Dallas forever, and we would bring that up, and you could tell it hurt his feelings. I'm sorry. It's hilarious, man. I'm sorry.
He did it twice, bro.
Bro, he was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, I guess. That's if you're trying to make the case for Leon.
Right.
The case is that he did not mean any harm,
No.
I guess. Today, in 1996, Magic Johnson returned to the Lakers after 4.5 years. He dropped 19 in a Lakers win against the Golden State Warriors.
Is that when he came back from HIV?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting. Yeah, that was an interesting moment in time.
Damn right. That is exactly the way that it was.
Yeah.
And again, you got to put yourself back in the way
Before
we didn't know what we know.
Yes.
And it was okay. Like it was a different time, to be
Remember
sure.
when he got cut in the game and he bled?
Was that the All-Star game?
And
right?
the people around him, the looks on their faces.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, weird.
I remember him coaching. I remember the comeback.
Everything.
Magic stories
I got
about
hit in the
fast.
face by Magic Johnson.
Playing
basketball.
You played pickup with
basketball at Sports Club LA.
I'll take Magic.
Yeah,
I was on his team.
Okay.
Magic is running. He's center court, and I'm on the wing. And I'm thinking to myself, wow.
Be ready.
I'm thinking I'm running with Magic. This is awesome. So Magic looks to his right. So I look to see who he's passing to. Bing!
Yep.
Oh, big man,
Hey,
use
look,
your hands.
Feel good,
Right.
Because he did that to guys in the NBA. He did that to teammates that weren't ready for passes.
Magic, if you want me to catch it, look at me.
Yeah. Bounce pass.
Yes.
Bounce pass
Don't
on the
look
way.
me off.
Don't look me off. Yes.
I'm not. I sack quarterbacks. I don't do this
Thank
for a
you.
living.
Yes.
Super Crosstalk's coming up next.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I gave up football to be a cheerleader because I like to lift spirits and people. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Big Game Blowout. Watch the game, score freebies, and play in our $10,000 Big Game Bonus hot seats the 9th.
Number 2.
Shy and Montel Jordan, live February 15th.
And the number 1 reason.
The Big Game Blitz. It's the biggest indoor tailgate in SoCal. The big game in our ballroom.
Morongo. Good times.
I'm here with Dr. Monica Madden. Explain Invisalign to me, because I think when people see that word and they see the price tag, sometimes they get scared off, but it's actually a pretty big improvement. When I grew up, I had braces and I had those big metal brackets along my teeth. If I came to Beverly Hills Ortho in 2024, I don't necessarily need that metal, do I?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started out with braces only, and then Invisalign came along, and it's like putting a plastic tray on your teeth, switching it out every week, and all of a sudden, months into it, your teeth are much straighter. Now, it feels like putting a glove on your hand. It's so comfortable and it's easy. Like no emergencies, no pokey wires, no broken brackets. It's really straightforward and great.
Here's how you get in touch with Beverly Hills Ortho. Call this number, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Enjoy New Year savings at Carton Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SC for just $209 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Visit us today at Carton Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or online at CartonAlleyWayHyundai.com. $34.99 due at signing, includes 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, $85 doc fee, and registration. No security deposit required. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 02/03/2025.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Travis, this whole day did not happen. All those people we talked to did not exist.
How's that?
Because Mason doesn't believe that we actually won the Super Bowl in St. Louis.
No,
So all those people we talked to do not exist.
I absolutely believe it happened 25 years ago today. No question about it. It's just I was not a Rams fan.
You were not
25
there.
years ago
Okay,
today.
I'm just messing with you.
So,
yeah. I cannot believe it's been 25 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, that must feel like life flashing before your eyes.
Nah, not really. It seems like yesterday for these guys. Maybe 30 or 40.
Newton didn't remember a damn thing. He said, I don't.
I don't think he didn't remember. I don't think he cared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can think it's like, well, I wasn't on the field for that. I had no control over it, so I just worried about what I could worry about.
Yes. He would be like, you guys watch Star Wars, right?
Yes.
He'd be C-3PO.
Okay.
That's the guy that navigates and will tell you the odds going through the meteor shower. That's Tommy. But
now I'm concerned because, Trav, you look so chilly. You look so like burr.
I'm not warm.
It's cold.
Can I borrow your jacket?
Yeah, I was going to loan you my jacket.
Oh, my
Is that
God.
bad? Did I do something bad?
Well, you cover up, I guess, with what? But how cold could it possibly
Thank you. Get him, Mason.
Seriously.
Don't let him out.
I'm going to show you.
Honey, can I use your jacket?
No.
It's
First of all, it was offered. I did not ask. It was offered.
You say no.
Ooh, Susan, I'm chilly.
I'm cold.
Ooh.
Wow.
Let's see. Okay, is this a picture of the? Oh, yeah. No, it's a good shot of you.
It's freezing in
Yeah,
there.
it's
I have on the
cold,
wool hat, and she had the extra jacket. She's got her vest and her long sleeve. She's like, it was just in her lap.
I've got the answer for you.
Do you want
that?
it? Yes,
I've got
I want
the answer for you. Shawl.
Shawl.
You need a shawl.
You need a shawl.
Will you knit me one?
To pull up to your chin.
You want
a little
Maurice?
Shawl.
Do you know what I could have used last night?
What?
A shawl.
A shawl, exactly.
I
Bro.
could have used
What
one.
about
If she
an
handed you a
Afghan?
shawl, would you use
What
it?
about an Afghan?
You would have used the
an
shawl?
Afghan?
Okay,
Come on.
Tell me what I've heard the term. What is an Afghan? I know it's a type of blanket.
My grandma, my mom used to make Afghans. They would
The
knit
knitting.
them
They're thick
themselves.
knit Afghan.
Okay, I think I have those
Yeah.
in the house, and I think I like those.
If she handed you an Afghan, you would use it.
Yes.
In the movie
you
theater.
absolutely would.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please take a picture of
I
Travis
was
in an
freezing.
Afghan.
I'll tell you what. I understand and sympathize for this reason. I always feel cold.
Well, you're
I'm
skinny.
never borrowing anybody's jacket.
Oh,
I
wow.
I
Agree with
wear
that.
a jacket
Yeah.
every day.
I
but I'm
had
never
on
like,
2 sweatshirts, and I was still cold.
oh wow.
He's new to this. See, Mason, you've been skinny your whole life for the
No,
most
I
part.
have not been.
I mean, even in your fattest, you're still
No,
skinny.
2 years ago I weighed 230.
That's still skinny.
You think 230
Yeah,
is skinny?
yeah.
No, 230 is I'm wearing it.
230 is not skinny, but it's not where
It's not
it's
fat,
not the
fat.
neighborhood you
It's
and I
not
are in.
fat.
5'10", 230 is big.
Okay, but you're used. You can feel cold. You don't have a ton of body fat on
That's
you.
correct,
Okay,
yes.
so he's new to this.
6% body fat, I think.
See, there you go. He's new to the body fat.
No way. Cap.
No.
Have you tested your body
No.
fat?
9%.
way.
9%?
I'm exaggerating. 11%.
11%.
Yeah.
That's still good. Yeah. But
Yeah.
he's new. Get ready for
Wait
it.
a
Bring
minute.
it. What?
You can't possibly believe
Yeah.
that I have 11%.
No, I would
No,
love to see
that's
what do you
why
have?
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Like,
20?
Keep going.
Yeah.
20. 20%.
20 would be pretty
No,
good.
the only way you measure it is you get into
Get
a
with
pool.
a tank.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
go to I don't time
They
for
can
that.
do the caliper thing. They can do it's not really
I don't
accurate,
think
but they
that's
can do the
very
body
accurate.
fat. It's
I've
not,
had-
but it's close.
I've had the caliper thing. The caliper thing, I just don't believe.
As long as it's not super high. Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
never ever wanted to know the answer to that
What
particular
about
body
BMI?
fat?
What about
No.
BMI?
That's
Definitely.
so okay. So
Yeah.
I've had doctors, physicians
Yes.
tell me that whole thing is so screwed up.
Really?
It's just not
Body mass index.
that
Yeah.
it is an unrealistic, and it is not, because technically still by those metrics I'm obese.
No,
Still,
no,
yes,
no, not obese.
yes. No,
By those metrics, you're obese
by
at
those
at
metrics,
217.
At
Wow.
those metrics with my body fat percentage and all
Oh,
those things,
right.
like they want me to weigh like 185 pounds. I'd look like I have
Well,
a disease.
Yeah, you don't want to look 185
No.
pounds. You don't. You wouldn't look good at
Well, if
185.
that's your healthiest, your most
I haven't been-
efficient.
I was 185 pounds in the 7th grade.
What are you afraid of to be 185?
I can't get there. No.
I mean, maybe
no.
if you change up your diet, you could.
Not
maybe,
don't
maybe,
want-
maybe.
This
It
goes
all-
right back to the
By the
drinking.
way, it all
Yeah.
comes down to what you put in your mouth. It
You
all
can
comes down to
outtrain your
diet.
fork.
Yeah.
Yes,
And,
no doubt.
Like, for example, I was getting overnight oats over at the Illy at the JW,
Yeah.
and they were delicious. And then I noticed, well, the weight's not coming off the way I wanted to. And I decided it must be the overnight oats. So I went back to the super low calorie sandwich.
Yeah.
from
And made a
Starbucks.
difference.
Yeah, made a huge
I heard
difference.
like oats are bad now.
Are oats bad?
I heard oats
oh,
are bad
I'm sure
now.
everything's bad for you. by
Check back
some
in
account.
6 months.
They'll
and
be good
probably
again?
Superfood.
They'll come back.
Got
around.
milk?
You said about the 25 years ago. It goes, so the movie we went to last night, Good Will Hunting, and there's a line in the movie that, I'm going to turn, when Affleck is talking to Damon when they're at the construction site, he goes, you can go do whatever you want in your life. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be 50 years old.
Right.
And you, in the movie, those guys are like in their early 20s.
Sure.
They're just getting started. I saw that movie in my early 20s.
Yep.
And I am 50 years old now.
Oh.
It was one of those, oh my God, that's
Wow.
the truest
So what
thing
year
I've
did
ever
that
seen.
movie come out?
1997.
97.
Yeah.
And
It's 20. It's what? So we're 2 years shy of 30
30
years.
years.
It's 20,
I'm so
28
curious
years
about
old.
This. What possessed you to go see that movie?
So it was one of those retro throwback things.
Yeah, I mean,
where
I
they're-
like that,
Yeah.
sure.
Susan said, "Do you want to go?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll go." We both liked the movie. There's nothing. We have nothing to do anymore, Mace.
Oh.
Right. Empty nest.
Empty nest. There was no Laker game. There's no football. It's not baseball season yet.
You should go see a new movie.
Also an option.
Bundle up, put on like a snowsuit.
What should I see?
I would go see the Bob Dylan movie. I think that's the easiest.
Is it still in
recommend.
theaters?
Yeah,
It was
still
in the. It was in the same
yeah,
theater
yeah.
we
I
went
think
to
you'd like
last
that.
night.
It's a really, really likable, fun,
Easy?
interesting movie. It's easy. It's
Okay.
not going to challenge you, but
It's a lot of those songs that you do know of Bob Dylan, so it's a lot of playing of those songs.
Do I need to be a
Straightforward
Dylan fan, or
storytelling?
will I like it
I'm,
anyway?
I'm not I was not a Dylan fan. I
Okay.
actually have been listening to Dylan since
Since
seeing
the movie?
I was
Okay.
never a Dylan guy at all.
Straightforward storytelling?
Very straightforward, no
good.
flashback, nothing like that. It's just him from where he started to where he hit it.
Awesome.
And don't leave this out, Mason. Phoenix from Top Gun Maverick is in the movie playing Joan
Oh yeah,
Baez.
you mentioned that.
That's right.
I do like her.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
she's
I do.
Phoenix. Which
She
one
was
Phoenix?
the female fighter pilot.
Monica
she's playing
Barbaro. She
Barbaro,
got nominated
yeah.
for Best Supporting Actress at the Oscars this
No
year.
way.
She plays Joan Baez.
Joan Baez.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Awesome. You
I
had
was,
me at Phoenix.
I was up at Esalen years ago, and it's like a retreat center up at Big Sur. And there's like...
Is that the one in Mad Men?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's the one in Mad
Yeah,
Men
yeah,
where
yeah.
John Hamm won.
Yeah.
So I walk into the big dinner room, and there's food. They grow all their own food. It's like really cool. And I hear somebody singing. I'm like, who is that? They sound really good. Walk over. Joan Baez,
kidding.
just strumming away and
Wow.
playing for a small group of people. I thought that was like one of the coolest things.
You had no idea she was going to be there.
Yeah. No idea.
Did you
No.
like kind of huddle up there with him?
Oh yeah, I hung out there with them.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. pull up a
What,
chair.
you went on a retreat there?
Yeah, I went on a retreat there.
How long were you there for?
I've been to 6 or 7 retreats, probably 7 retreats there.
Can I ask a really stupid question?
What makes it a retreat?
Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
I've done yoga retreats,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So you're pretty isolated from the world.
Cut off.
You're doing yoga.
Yeah.
You're eating like food that they grow up there.
Okay.
And as a promo running on the station says, it is clothing optional.
Are you serious?
Okay.
I opted to wear clothing most of the time.
Yeah.
Are there naked people walking around?
There are some, yeah. There are some
Straight
definite
up, okay.
naked, straight up naked.
And again, dumb question coming, but I don't know the answer to this. You wake up, you do some yoga,
Yep.
you eat some locally grown food.
Yes.
You may or may not take a naked stroll.
Right. You go
There's
to
a
these,
lot of the day left.
You go to these hot mineral baths and you
Okay.
can soak and read and look at the whales
So
go
just
by.
check out.
And yeah, you just check out for a few days.
A retreat.
A retreat is a good thing.
No,
Retreat from your life.
I just
Yeah.
like you. I've heard yoga retreat or this retreat or that retreat, but the days are long. I can't do even my favorite thing. I can't do for
What's the
16
difference
hours
between
a
a
day.
vacation and a retreat?
Vacation has activities like
And I think
an
retreat
itinerary.
has purpose.
Yeah.
There you go.
Vacation
Retreat
has no purpose. Retreat.
Vacation is just purely for fun. Retreat, you've got
You're trying to
you got
accomplish
some
something.
structure. You're trying to get something. Yeah.
When you
Learn
go on
something.
a vacation, do you go to try to check the box on I want to do this, and this, or you just show up and say I just want to do nothing?
Both. If I'm going to see something, yes, specifically to go there, that's the vacation, or I'm just going to check out completely.
I'm 100% nothing.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't want to do a thing. Like
Yeah.
we'll go somewhere, we'll check into a place,
Yep.
and we may or may not leave the place.
Yeah. Let's go get some to eat, figure it out. Do what we want to do next?
to
We can go here
Amsterdam,
or
hang
not.
around.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can go
As
back
long as
or
you got
not.
drinks and
Yeah.
I mentioned you must be
Almost there, man.
I
Stop,
don't
Mason.
warm you up.
Stop.
It's Susan had a little wine with the movie last
Envious?
night.
Did you feel envy?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting for Saturday morning, but yeah.
Now you're going to drink what at midnight Friday night?
No, I don't stay up that late.
Oh, stay up. For it.
But Saturday
Midnight
morning,
toast.
it'll be a mimosa, Bloody
Early
Mary,
morning.
michelada,
Look at you.
something like that.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think michelada.
And a
probably
big
better to go.
and dry January, big success.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
I did it last year. I did it this year. So
Yeah.
this is 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
What?
I don't get why to do it.
Well, it kind of resets your body.
It resets your body. I do feel good.
Do you?
The other part is, and maybe this isn't how your Decembers go.
Mm-hmm.
December is very wet for me.
I have a drunken December.
So I need to just pump the brakes.
Overtime.
It is a, you know what?
I
Let's
don't know
not
why
do
you
that
want to
for a
go
while.
back,
Although
though.
there's
Yeah.
food more than drink for me.
Not
both.
It is a
I don't
overindulgence
know why
in
you
all the
want to
above.
do
all
that
of the
again.
above?
Why would
Yeah.
you want to go back? You're doing so well. You're
'Cause
so
drink-
healthy.
I told you yesterday,
I
drinking's
know.
fun, and
I
I'm
know.
looking
It can't
forward
be
to
that
it.
much
Yeah.
fun. This
No,
is
I-
fun. Being
Mr.
healthy is
Sobriety
fun.
right there.
Come
by the way,
on.
I'm
and
still
he's-
healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that you should try dry February.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you
Not
put up
happening.
some money, Mace.
No.
I'm trying to
No.
bait him
I'm
in the
going to Hawaii. I'm going to Hawaii in
Well,
3
I
weeks.
can
I'm
do-
not
I
going
can
to
just
Hawaii
see.
sober.
Where are you going to Hawaii at?
Maui.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You
yeah.
been there
It's
before?
hard
I
not
have.
to.
Yeah, you got a cool spot.
Yeah, we're kind of running our old honeymoon back from a million years
Is
ago.
that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
not
nice.
exactly, but
Are you
very,
going to
very
renew
close.
the vows and stuff?
No, just go. It's our first trip, just the two of us, like a long one since the kids have left, and it's
Good
it's gonna
for
be
you.
good.
Hard
Good
not
for
to
you.
drink in Maui.
Yeah, the drinks will
Hard
flow.
not to
Hard
drink
not
in
to
Maui.
drink in Laguna Niguel.
Yeah.
Marco. Super Crosstalk's brought to you by In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger's all about.